Hey everybody, you're watching Unboxing Thursdays, episode 232. Tonight we're going to be opening up some brand new SH figure arts right here and some Marvel Legends, and we'll be chatting with Eric and Dave from the Adventures in Collecting podcast. So please sit back, enjoy the show, and enjoy. Take in your weekly unboxing therapy. DK.
What's today? It's Thursday.
Hello there, toy collectors. My name is Kevin, aka Toying Around, and I am very excited to bring you this special review.
If anything, the Kim family, they're archetypes.
Which is sad, but not always a bad thing.
I'm okay. I have one. Do you see all the name?
Let's try them. Let's still try.
What's up, everyone? Happy Thursday. My name's Kevin. I'm here with my friend DK. And tonight we're going to open up some toys, talk about this hobby that we enjoy, collecting toys and action figures. And of course, it's fun because we get to do this every week with you in the chat and also people watching on the replay. So thank you for tuning in. DK, what's good, man? What's new?
It's been busy. Coming back, from the holidays, mostly work-wise, and then some house cleaning stuff. So it's just been nuts for me. It's been very busy. That's about it. And there's so much toy news at the same time.
Yes.
Right? So yeah. This is good.
So I want to say thank you to everybody who reached out to me. So I've been sick for a few weeks, and then I posted on my story that I got an inhaler, and I don't think I've ever had anyone. I'd never had this many people message me. Because I'm like, well, I'm joining the Inhalers Club. I must have had like 10 people reply and go, welcome.
So it's more common than you think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess the inhaler community is much more welcoming and warming than I had ever expected or imagined. But thank you, everyone who took time to respond and welcome me into your
community.
Nerdy community. Unexpected.
That's good. But I hope I hope it's helping.
Oh,
right?
It's not.
It's not.
I will be regularly chugging from this bottle of Buckley's without acetaminophen, so I think that allows me to take more of it. Took some X-rays this week, and I haven't heard back from the doctor, so that's got to be a good sign, right?
Yes.
Yeah, because if I was dying,
yeah, they would let you know ASAP.
Right.
For sure.
Perfect. Yeah, you're a doctor. I took so many remedies, by the way, and it failed.
Well, you're supposed to take it for like a week straight, not 2 days.
Theoretically, if you take anything for a week straight, you would at least get better on your own. But yeah, it didn't work. All right.
Okay, fine. It's almost like the Conan O'Brien thing with the doctor. What was it? The Hot Ones. Like
Dr. Arroyo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why did I listen to you? You're my Dr. Arroyo. God, you're the worst.
Okay.
All right, but we're back, and we have some guests that I'm excited to chat with tonight. You've probably seen them around social media, Instagram, YouTube, podcasting, all that stuff. And some people that over the years, I'm like, oh, they look like a bunch of interesting people in this community that I want to have a chat with. So please welcome to the show from the Adventures in Collecting podcast, we have Dave and Eric.
Hello.
Hey, everybody.
Oh. What's up, fellas?
Shouts to the inhaler community.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Are you guys already
for life?
Oh, for life.
Nice.
Yep.
I think I'm just a visitor. It's not supposed to be permanent. I'm hoping it's not permanent.
I dip in and out. I'm like George Clooney and Up in the Air.
Yeah,
Nice.
I have it when I need it. I have it for when I need it. Yeah.
Oh, is it like when people like, I'm not a smoker, but I'm a casual smoker. If there's a crowd outside and people are smoking, I'll have a cigarette. If there's a crowd outside of a bar and everyone's puffing their inhalers, you're like, I'll take a hit, right? Is that a real thing?
You got that albuterol? I'll take some of that.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Only when I get sick enough.
The thing that I want to say shouts to is that unregulated Canadian Buckleys that you got up there, because that stuff will knock anything out of you.
Have you had
that's
it?
like, oh yeah, yeah.
I think their slogan is literally "It tastes awful, but it works."
Yeah, it's brutal. It's absolutely brutal, but it does work. I mean, I think it's got like everything from inside of trees on it. It's like camphor, and it's just like, yeah.
That reminds me of Malort. It's disgusting, but it works.
Yeah.
It's like a cartoon. When you open the lid, there's ghouls
Yes.
flying
Yeah.
out of it, and then when you
Yeah,
seal
you
the bottle up, they're like, "Woo!"
I have a
You
fond
can
memory with
smell
the
it.
Buckleys. Yeah, I have a fond memory of Buckley's. One time when I was sick at work, when I was working at the movie theaters, like I just kept just drinking it like a shot,
Like an alcoholic?
like
Yeah.
like an alcoholic. And then one time I wasn't paying attention, right? And I just took like the giant, like a big giant swig, like thinking, when we go to karaoke, how we used to drink like an entire cup,
So
right? A
out
beer.
of alcoholism, force of habit, you took it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
and then
I took like a giant gulp and I was like, oh, this is not good. Like half an hour later, I was high as a kite.
yeah.
Like at work. So
But it feels great though. You feel like the ice dragon. You can breathe out.
that is
like,
true. That is
right?
true.
Yeah,
That is
it's
true.
crazy. But
It
Grump
clears
says,
everything.
yeah, Grump says they had it in NYC in a while. I guess it's close enough to the border. Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
no, we've never found it in New Jersey. So I mean, I have a coworker that's in London. So that's not, what is that, Ontario, right? That's like
London, Ontario. Yeah.
yeah. And I was traveling for business, and he was we were meeting in Florida for work, and I had a cold, and he was like, "Do you want me to bring you some really good stuff that'll knock the cold out of you in just a couple days?" I was like, "Whatever you got, I'll take it." And he showed up with the Buckleys, and I was like, "This is truly dreadful," but it worked really well. I mean, like, it got me through the day. So
It's like reverse prohibition. I like it. I should next time I'm down. It's EpiPens, EpiPens and Buckley's. I'm gonna bring it down. I'm probably. I was joking when I was in Philly and I met up with Ryan Ting, and I'm like, so you guys need some EpiPens? I got two extras in my backpack. Like my kids have theirs, and then I have like two backups. Like, you need them? You can probably make some good money with these. And they're like,
Oh
why?
my
How much
goodness.
is it? And I'm like, yeah, it's we keep them. I've never been to the emergency room more than I have since I've had kids, between physical injuries and allergic reactions. So we're stocked up on EpiPens. This is a crazy hell of an intro, but
yeah,
Yes.
I want to hear more from you guys. But first, I want to let everyone know tonight there's obviously some crazy fires devastating in California and the LA area. And what I want to do tonight is I've set a goal here on YouTube for super chats. All those super chats will be donated to Eric suggested World Central Kitchen. They work to providing food for emergency workers and people who've been displaced. So all the super chats are going towards that tonight. And if we hit that goal, donate a bonus $50 on top of the super chats too. So DK, we have one already. Can you read that, please?
So that is from Alexander Eagleson. Hi, Kevin, DK, Eric. Oh, I should probably show it. Hi, Kevin, DK, Eric, Dave, in chat. Happy Thursday for the $2 Hot Wheels.
Thank you, Alexander. There's one more.
Alexander.
Hi.
And there is one more. What color? Oh, there it is. What color is teal? Going for the bonus. Thank
There
you
you
for
go.
the $5 Hot Wheels.
Thank you, Alexander Eagleson. Hey, we're on the way. We're on the way. Just want to, we did a lot of fundraising for the charity stream over the holidays, and I figured, there's good people in this chat. Let's do what we can. So thank you, everybody. All right. So Eric, Dave, good to have you guys on. I've been watching your guys' stuff on social media the last few years, and I'm just like, hey, maybe they'd like to come on. I know you guys don't do a lot of live streams, right?
Yeah, this is a unique experience for us. We're first of all, what a production you've got here. I mean, this is fancy.
What do you mean?
It's real nice. with like a green room, and you got like an intro that plays to like warm up people. Like it's really good. You got a good thing going on.
Thank you.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's a lot of. It's really cool.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
I texted him on the side. I was like, "This is fancy."
Mhm.
You know, it's refining the process over the last few years, and just trying to just make it entertaining in the way that in my head what I would want to watch.
Yeah, no, and I mean, we only just recently started. I convinced Dave to
Mhm.
show his beautiful face on
Yeah,
camera. So we've got we
to
finally
show
have
my
video,
excellent bedroom.
which is really great when you're talking about toys, because then you can actually show things when there's videos.
Yeah.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
There you
great.
go.
It's
It's a
true.
great little addition to the show.
Heck yeah.
But yeah, 5 years. We're doing this for 5 years now. I feel
Mhm.
like we're like ships passing in the night. Like every time we've gotten a
Right.
chance to like meet up at like at a New York Comic Con or Toy Fair, one of those things, it's just like never works out. So this is nice. This has
Yeah.
literally been
Yeah.
years in the making. So thank you to both of you guys for having us.
No,
It's
man.
a
You
pleasure.
guys,
thank
Coming on, man.
you guys seem cool. I've only been to one New York Comic Con, and we definitely missed each other there. And I'm planning to be back again this year.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
So we'll definitely try to meet up then. But like tell people a little bit, you know, if they haven't come across your channel yet, like you said, what's the phrase? Ships sailing by in the night?
Ships passing in the night.
Yeah.
Yeah, close enough. So if they've
Um,
sailed past you guys, you know, let them know a little bit about
So
AIC.
yeah, I mean, we like I said, we've been doing this for 5 years. Started
Yeah,
as
started September 2019.
Yep, September 2019. Started as a way just to, for Dave and I to actually kind of reconnect, give us an excuse
Mhm.
to hang out and, chat and just kind of record our conversations about toys. And then
Yeah, do
very
more stuff
quickly-
together.
Yeah, very very quickly spun into doing interviews and kind of spinning up the entire Instagram around it, getting into the toy photography, the
Right.
link sharing, all that kind of stuff. And then pandemic hit.
Yeah, the whole show started as us like talking about like, oh, here's what we found in a store. Here's like some of the things we encounter, and it's just
Yeah.
it was like kind of the standard, toy hunting stuff, right? Or like thinking about old toys or things like that. And then the pandemic happened.
Yeah, but
Yep,
that's fun though,
and-
right? Like just
yeah.
to be able to share what you
Mhm.
care about and enjoy with somebody else with who has the same interest, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. And we were doing it in the same room. Like I would go to Eric's house. We would record together.
Yeah, really, really, really professional setup where we had rock band mics
Yeah.
plugged into it.
No way.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
That worked?
100%.
works.
Oh, I
Totally
would have
worked.
loved to. That's so funny. I love that.
Yep. So we
That's-
used
that's
just
smart,
the
man.
equipment that we had,
Mhm.
and then like like I said, the pandemic hit, and we realized, hey, wait, the audio quality is way better when we're not in the same room with each other. It's way easier for me to mix.
Yeah.
Wow,
But
yeah.
also we had all these people on Instagram that were home and bored. The shouts to some of our earliest guests, Steve Evans, Jeremy Padower, Matt
Wow.
Cardona.
Yeah.
And we just cold messaged them
Brian
on
Volk-Weiss.
Instagram. Yeah, Brian Volk-Weiss, another really early guest. We would just message them on Instagram and say like, hey, we're kind of new, trying to start up a podcast. And it was a perfect time because you had people going stir crazy looking for ways to kind of reach out to their audiences, and they came on the show, gave us a chance, and
Mhm.
that gave us
That's cool.
credibility to book future guests. So just kind of rolled that way.
Yeah,
The doors
because
just
they
kept
had to.
opening doors.
Yeah, they had no other way to reach people, right?
Yep. And also we had an opportunity really early on to go to Toy Fair. So like right before the pandemic. and
Literally,
that-
right? Like 3 months in to being a podcast.
Yeah. I had a friend that had a vendor pass basically for the Javits Center, and he knew that we were doing a toy podcast, and he got us passes under his vendor name. And we didn't have any appointments. We didn't understand how Toy Fair worked. We didn't know much about it other than the fact that like it happens every year, right?
Yeah.
As collectors. So to all of a sudden be like dropped into that atmosphere with nothing, You know, we were kind of begging for scraps. Like I remember walking up to the Mattel floor, like their booth area, which they have the entire like top floor of the Javits Center. Walking up and going like, "Can I walk in and see what you guys have?" And they're like, "What's your appointment?" And I'm like, "I don't have an appointment." And they're like, "Come back next year." Like literally, they were like, "Here's a business card, make an appointment, you know, and we'll see you next year." And then you know, kind of walking down to like places like Lego and saying like, "Hey, you know, I'm starting to understand that you need an appointment for these things. Is there any way you could squeeze me in?" And then again, just kind of one of those circumstances that like it, you know, just kind of worked out. We went up to McFarlane Toys, and that was the year that they announced and had the DC Multiverse, the first wave, like on display, and had just announced it. And Todd was just kind of chilling in the booth, and we asked like, "Hey, can we have some time with him? You know, we're a podcast." And they're like, "Can you come back at 4:00?" And we were like, "Yes,
yeah, of course."
Yes, we can.
So literally 3 months into the show, we had an interview with Todd McFarlane, and we had like our listenership was like nothing. Like I mean, nothing. It was dust. So it's really funny to go back and revisit that interview, because from Jump Street, like literally in that interview, he's saying like, "I can't wait to make this Batman. I'm gonna make this Batman. I'm gonna make this Batman. And wouldn't it be cool if I made this Batman? And imagine if I
I've been
designed
telling
my
you
own
guys.
Batman."
I've been telling you since AIC.
And it's literally like, you know, I wish we had an audience back then, because it's like this information like was out the gate. Like he was, you know, unabashed about talking about it. And of course, we're fortunate enough to have had him on the show a couple times, and he was on with you. Great interview with you, Kev.
Oh, thank you.
But yeah,
it took me a few years, not 3 months. So I'm still learning.
So here's the thing: it took us 3 months to get him on the first time, and then took 3 years.
3 years. Yeah.
Oh, shoot.
So you know, it's just the way that it works.
Well, like one of the biggest videos early on was Eric. Eric had not begun watching wrestling again yet, and I'm at my job. My job at the time, and Eric's like, "Hey, do you know who any of these people are?" And I'm like explaining like, "Oh, Kenny Omega is like the best wrestler on the planet. Adam Page is his tag team partner. They're the tag champs in AEW." And just going through this list, he goes, "I know who Dustin Rhodes is."
And Chris Jericho.
Chris Jericho.
Yeah.
And, you know, it was, I think one of the biggest early videos was Hangman Page shooting Nerf darts at Kenny Omega while Eric's interviewing him.
Nice.
Where I'm interviewing the tag champions for this wrestling company that
Right.
I had no idea existed. Jazzwares was like literally announcing the you know, the figures, revealing them for the first time. I had no idea who any of these people were, and I'm interviewing them. And then all of a sudden, they
I'm just nodding. I'm like you back then. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
But hey,
it was one
it
of those
sounds
things
cool.
where it was
Those are names of people.
Yeah.
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 And I was like, just don't screw this up. Just don't screw this up.
All right. So
But yeah.
what did you grow up collecting?
Dave, go ahead. You go first.
Okay, so when I was like very little, you know, I had kind of like those late run Return of the Jedi and Power of the Force Star Wars figures, like the Kenners, G.I. Joe, talking like Real American Hero, the LJN, WWE, Masters of the Universe. You know, I was in that kind of mid 80s. I was born in 81, so that early to mid 80s, like collector kind of period where it was, you know, what cartoon exists? Well, that's what figures exist too. Had a couple Transformers, had GoBots, had like pretty much anything that was out there. Like I had some portion of it that I at least kind of dabbled in, but the big things were the LJN, WWF, WWE, and Masters of the Universe and Real American Hero. Those were like the 3 toys I probably played with the most.
Nice.
Sweet. Okay, and before I throw it over to Eric, Dave, what are you opening? What do you have to unbox with us tonight?
Oh, I've got plenty. Since I showed you guys this, we'll do this one. I got New Empire, Evolved Godzilla. Got a couple things too, if depending on how many we're going with. I'm gonna go with this one because I feel like I need to open up a wrestler. So Storm Collectibles El Desperado, and then all right, I'll give you an extra one too, just in case. And if we only can do one or two, I'll let everybody kind of pick. But I also have Figure Arts Spider Punk that I haven't opened from Comic-Con.
Nice. Well, there's no limit. There's no max or min. Go at your own pace.
Oh,
whatever feels good.
And if we get past that, there's like a million more. So
I'm sure. Yeah, everyone has a million more.
I'm a big over preparer. So yeah,
and I'm a big overbuyer.
Anxious overbuyer and over preparer. So
awesome.
I have too many things, and amongst that too many things, I brought a bunch of them to put in a pile next to me and open up while we're talking. So
nice. I like it. I like to hear it. Awesome, man. All right, Eric, what about you, man? What did you grow up collecting?
So I played with a lot of Dave's hand-me-downs. So 7 years between us.
Also, I don't think did you guys explicitly tell the chat your relationship?
Oh, did I not mention? Yeah, we're brothers. We're brothers.
I think you did like years. Vaguely.
Yeah. So,
okay.
So yeah, brothers with 7 and change apart. So I played
7
with
years.
a lot of I played with a lot of Dave's hand-me-downs, but like my toy lines, my big ones were anything 3 3/4 inch Star Wars. So like those Kenner Power of the Force relaunch, into the Hasbro stuff. Kenner Batman, anything that, like I said, anything that was in that like 3 3/4 to 5 inch Star Wars or superhero line. Those were like 2 really big things for me. And then
my old superpowers and Secret Wars.
Yep. Wrestlers. So for me it was Jack's Bone Crunchers into the Titantron Live guys, and then I always had an affinity for Godzilla stuff. So whether it was the old Toho, like the Sofubi style figures, or
nice.
Into the first kind of real foray into American Godzilla. I was also into the Matthew Broderick Godzilla as well. But yeah, so superheroes, Star Wars, and kaiju. It's kind of always in my head. Yeah,
very nice. And what have you brought tonight to our little online play day?
So first, shouts to friend of the pod and enabler, Kyle. I had to rep him tonight. So I've got the burning or blazing Godzilla from Godzilla 1995's Godzilla versus Destroya. Really excited to open this. This one is actually a figure that I never thought we would really get, like the glowing orange Godzilla. So I'm really excited to open this one. And then we've got from NECA their Ultimate Vincent Price. I'm a big horror fan as well, so
nice.
Excited to have this icon. And then lastly, got a new Marvel Legend. So Falcon.
Nice.
So we're gonna take a look at Joaquin from
new Falcon,
right? Brave New World. Yep. So new Falcon.
When's that coming out again?
February 14th.
Yeah, Valentine's Day.
Oh, what a date movie.
I know where I'm going.
I'm gonna ask my wife, what do you want to do on the Friday? Do you want to see Harrison Ford as Red Hulk?
Sure do.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do.
Ooh, this guy.
That's Valentine's Day.
This guy right here.
Oh, red. Yeah, it's red.
Of course. It's perfect.
All right, before we get to the channel member shoutouts, DK, what are you opening?
I am opening. Got myself this over the holidays. It's another Transformer. It is Legacy United, Thundertron, and some other Transformers. It's a 3-pack. So, yeah, I'm going to open this guy up.
Some people have noticed that you have begun properly pronouncing the word legacy now. Perfect timing, because now that line is done, right? Is that correct? Yeah.
Yes.
What better time to finally learn? Like being friends with you has permanently messed up my ability to say that. Like when I get to that word, I have to pause and say to myself, what is the wrong way to pronounce legacy and what is the correct way?
Yeah, I know.
Because hanging out with you for so long is just messed it up.
It's funny you mentioned that because I've been my girlfriend and I, Crystal, we've been noticing that her vocabulary has greatly plummeted because of me.
Since dating you?
Since dating me.
Oh
so
my God.
so she's like, damn it.
That's
So
like
how
that
were you
whole
saying
Billy
legacy?
Madison.
Legacy. Yeah.
Okay, the hard J, going with the hard J sound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
It
like
sounds like
the-
something out of like Elden Ring or something, right?
Probably that's what I was trying to go.
Well, he just threw off my auto captions all the time. Like they would just, my
That's the
computer would just
funniest thing.
crash
That's
every
the
time they
fun-
tried to auto caption when he was talking. Yeah,
And
a lot of the
ending
cat
a legacy would then be legicide. So
moments. Oh my God! Don't now. Like we can't make up new words. All words are made up. Yeah, so it's like that Billy Madison thing. It's like we are now all dumber having listened to what you just said. She's living that with you. Perfect.
Yes.
Yeah, I could see that. Well, congratulations to you, DK, at the age of. Well, you know, maybe it's because my daughter gave you that Oxford Junior Dictionary.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that helped.
Yeah.
Like, oh, the G isn't pronounced like that? Okay, cool. All right, tonight I'm opening up. It kind of makes me sad, and I kind of think I have a problem when I've had these figures for several weeks now and I haven't opened them. But I have these two from Kaiju number 8 by SH Figure Arts that I was so excited for them, but I think because of all the stuff that's come in and Don to Don stuff coming in, that these have fallen. These have taken, you know,
A back seat.
a back seat. So I'm gonna try to get to these tonight for sure. Hoshina and Kikoru, and also this
Oh,
Marvel Legends Wong and Doctor Strange 2-pack with Dormammu head. I just love to say Dormammu. But I really wanted this because I think Wong looks super articulated, and I like playing them in Marvel Snap. That's what I'm opening tonight. Chat, let us know what you want to see us open first. Let us know in the comments. And while we're there, I have some super chats to mention as well. After Alexander's, we have a $10 Hot Wheel donation by D Sertle. He said, I forgot to type something. And instead of actually typing something, he just left it at I forgot to type something. So perfect. Thank you, Daniel. We have a $10 Hot Wheel donation thanks to Ryan Dole. What's up? Says super chat fight. Thank you, Dole. Go check out Ryan on Gotham City tonight on Wednesdays. And Brad Harper with a $5 Hot Wheel says happy Thursday. What's up, Brad Harper? Thank you so much. And then Alexander Eagleson with another 5. Damn. Thank you. Says this is in honor of Dave's teal ball cap. Dave knows teal. Dave does.
It's my New York Liberty hat.
Nice.
Very nice.
WNBA champs.
All right, DK, can you do the channel member shout outs?
Yep.
Thank you everyone for being. I'm just not gonna cough my
Yeah,
lungs.
no, I know.
Thank you.
It's all good. So I want to give a shout out to if this one's working. Why is it not jumping up for me? Video Power Gaming. Good evening. Hello. We got Winger Lose. Hello. Mr. Ryan Clark says, howdy, folks. Bad Wolf Media is in the house. Evening all. Thank you for tuning in. We got Bat Force Grumps here. Peace, Butter Nation. Josh Brown is here. What's up, everyone? Paul Morales is here. Hello, everyone. Claudio's here. Claudio's in the house. Sam Rock is in the house as well. Rick Dom is in here as well. Enablers subgroup talking about the inhaler stuff, which is
Inhalablers. Oh, by the way, shout outs to the original Inhalabler Yoko, who on one of our first enabler meetups almost died laughing and choking.
Oh,
okay. I was worried there for a second. And then
Well, she's alive now. She's fine. I think she's fine.
yeah. Moving on, we got Torrentsu here. Torrentsu's in the house. Sup, nerds? All right. We got, who else do we got? M. Mackerson. Hey, Kevin and DK.
Wait,
Hello.
Is that a Vaporeon?
Vaporeon.
that is
from
Vaporeon.
Twitch? Oh man, Twitch emojis are awesome.
Say word. D-Turtle's in the house, as we all know. We got who else? We got Shroomy.
No,
Shroomy.
no, that's not the answer.
Delicious trick is to chase the Melmort and more Melmort. Hello, Shroomy. We got
That's funny though.
Yoko. Yoko is in the house.
We're
Hi,
happy you're alive,
Butterfam.
Yoko.
See, there she is. She's
Yay.
alive. Hi,
She's
Yoko.
messaging from beyond the grave.
796 Studios in the house.
What's up, dude?
Yo. And then we also got who else we got? Johnny Cock. You're not late. You're good. You're good. Fine Tip Creative Studio. Hello. Matthew Toys in the house.
What's up, Matthew?
Matthew and Jasoners in the house. Jason Michael Galaxy Squadron
What's up, Michael?
is here, and
No, what's up, Cole?
Dom Muchuchiaro is in the house.
You got it.
Bone Crushers were awesome. Titantron Live made me stop collecting. Ruthless Aggression got me back. It was downhill from there.
I don't know. Are these snacks?
If
Crunchers
wrestling
sounds
figures
like a
are
chip.
snacks,
Yeah.
then yes.
Ruthless Aggression is like an energy drink, right? That's what these
Yeah.
sound like to me.
Yeah.
So you
It does sound like an energy drink.
you eat the bone crunchers
Right.
while you're watching Titantron Live,
Mhm.
and then you wash it down with Ruthless Aggression.
There you
Mhm.
go.
I see. Got Brick Something. Brick Something is in the house, and Brian Marchant is here.
You gotta go faster, dude. Faster.
Speed
read.
I think we're good. We're caught up.
Wait, so your speed read is just say you're done?
No, it is Brian Marchant. Who else did I miss?
Did you say Bad
Hello.
Wolf?
Yeah, I said Bad Wolf. Bad
Okay,
Wolf was
good. All right, thank you
earlier
everyone
on,
for
man.
being here. Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up, and also thank you to the channel members. If you're new here, you know what the channel membership is. Just a way for you to help support the channel. You get access to special emojis that help. When DK's reading, you can stand out in the chat with the special emojis, and you get early access to some of the new videos that we have on the channel. And thank you to everyone, especially like a member like Johnny Cock, who's been a member for 9 months.
9
Thank you, Johnny
months.
Cock. You can become a
Johnny.
channel member, or you can gift a membership to other people and enjoy some of the special perks that we have here. Like when DK says, "My co-Galaxy Squadron," you can use a careful emoji. Be like, "Well, that's borderline, careful." But hey, awesome. All right, so what are we opening first, fellas?
Does anyone want to see any preference in terms of
Let's see
what
that
I had here?
Godzilla.
You want to
Yeah.
see the Godzilla first? All right, let's
Yeah.
do Godzilla.
Do we want to do dual Godzilla or?
Whoa, I don't know if we're ready for that. Let's.
Can never have too much Godzilla.
All right, let's get this thing
all
open here.
good.
I think I have all of the necessary tools that I need for this.
So I've only watched Godzilla -1. That's the only Godzilla movie I've seen.
Really,
Has there ever been a scenario where Godzilla fought another Godzilla?
Yeah, Final Wars.
yes, Final Wars. Yeah.
Yeah, he fights Eric's favorite Godzilla, the Matthew Broderick one.
Yeah, he does fight. Godzilla fights American Godzilla. So my only other Super 7 Godzilla, again, shouts to Kyle, who does an amazing job on these, is the Art Adams San Diego Comic-Con one, which I might actually be able to grab to compare to this once I have this.
Those colors
the
look
box.
awesome.
I you know what? There's something about like a translucent action figure
Yeah,
that
for sure.
just really speaks to me.
Yeah, it's great.
Which is why when I saw that this was like a variant that they made, first of all, it ended up being a slippery slope for me because I needed this, and then of course, if I was going to have the Godzilla from this movie, I needed the Destroyer to go with it. So Destroyer will be here tomorrow.
Oh, nice.
Oh, there you go. That's fast.
Shouts to Big Bad Toy Store for shipping that really fast.
What is the cause for him to be blazing this color?
So he's actually he is out of control. He's been exposed to more nuclear radiation, and basically he's dying. He's exploding from the inside out. So part of the
it's like
movie,
extremis Godzilla.
yeah,
That's a good way to put it.
they actually try to freeze him to prevent him from blowing up, because they're worried that like he'll end up causing this massive another nuclear event in Tokyo, while he's also trying to fight this terrifying other dragon monster that's Destroya. I'm just realizing there's no like calm way to open these.
No, this is what it's all about. This is what it's all about.
Like, a ton of noise while I do this. But yeah, it's massive. This thing, these ultimate Godzillas are really, really big. So like if you have any of the SH Monster Arts ones, which is Dave's going to be opening shortly, you'll see how much smaller that is compared to this once they get this guy all the way out. But yeah, they do a really great job with these.
Is it? I think so. Lately, I've been kind of getting more into soft vinyl toys, and just because of seeing how cool some of the colors and finishes are on them, whether it's like translucent ones or just like crazy spray paints and stuff. So that one, it's part of their Ultimates like articulated line, but the color kind of gives that feel of the like an artsy art toy.
And that's kind of one of those things that's really cool about Super 7 in general. They understand that part of the scene, because that's where they, how they started, right? Like how Brian kind of started the company. So when they get to kind of cross the streams on stuff like this, where they do something that's, very classic Godzilla, and I mean like the Godzilla toys were always those Sofubi style figures,
right?
Getting to do something that's a little bit modern, but also, in that kind of retro style is really cool. So let's see if I can. Hopefully, I don't have to heat this to get it on. No, I don't. Cool.
Perfect.
Oh wow.
So there we go. There's a big orange Godzilla.
That's cool.
Yeah, and I mean he's got fully articulated tail, which is awesome. It's like each piece, much like the SH Figure Arts one or SH Monster Arts one,
like a multi-articulated tail.
Yep. So you can get it pretty straight. The other thing that's cool too is like, for the most part, this moves the way that the dude in the suit would have been able to move. Like it doesn't really do anything else that like that, the actor in the suit would not have been able to do, which is really cool, because it keeps the poses, like if you're, a big fan of the movies, keeps the poses kind of accurate to what you would have seen on screen, which is, I think, is really cool. But yeah, so there he is. And here, I'm actually going to put on his yelling head. I think
have you guys had Brian Flynn as a guest on? I don't remember.
We have, yes, we have.
Nice.
That's awesome. Yeah, I can't wait to shoot this with Destroya. Yeah, this is gonna be awesome.
Put a backlight as well and just make them glow.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
the best part about translucent figures, right?
I wonder if I have. Hang on, I might actually be able to. Let's see. Let's get my Loom Cube out here. You can see how much he glows.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean he's like really translucent. I mean, if I turn the lights out, this light is going like straight through his body. So
that's very cool.
Yeah, there you go. There we go.
That's cool. Nice.
Oh, it's like seeing his skeleton.
Yeah.
And
it's kind of cool too. Like you can see, it's not really coming across very well on camera, but you can see all of like the articulation and like the actual design stuff on the inside,
right?
Which is really cool. But yeah, this is awesome. This is awesome. This hits. And awesome. If this is something that if anyone that's watching or listening, I actually got this. It's on sale on Amazon right now. It was like $5 or $6 off under retail.
Oh, off.
So
it's like, goddamn.
I was like $5.
I was headed over there now.
Yeah, so I think these usually go for $84.
Right.
And I got it for $78. So, every little bit counts.
Yeah.
Yeah, this actually, I just saw somebody in the chat. Reminds me of Orange Jolly Ranchers. Absolutely.
Yeah, sometimes some of these like Sofubi stuff or the vinyl toys look like the candy paint. It's cool, man.
Yeah. And the other thing that's really cool about this too, personally, I've got two little ones, and my 4-year-old who just turned 4, her birthday party was actually Godzilla themed, and she's really into watching the older Godzillas with me, and she's playing with the
Really?
the Bandai, the $20 like Bandai soft vinyl figures. And shouts to Uncle Dave for hooking her up with Mothra and
Nice.
and Anguirus for her birthday. But yeah, so she's gonna be super stoked to see this as well. So yeah, really cool. This is great. There's Wong.
There's
Yeah.
Wong. So I really like the sculpt on this. It's just they don't always match the artwork on the box, but he looks like a. Does this look like a good Asian dude?
Yeah. It looks good. It's good. Very good representation of Wong, right?
When I saw this in PCC, it's like usable. I just wanted to grab it and like try to test it out to see what it could do. But then I started playing Marvel Snap, and then started building decks with him, and I'm like, all right, cool.
And that's a very good representation of the Marvel Snap Wong.
The base card, is this outfit. Yeah.
Oh my god, I go back and forth between Marvel Snap and the Pokemon Pocket TCG.
Oh, the new one?
Yeah, I go back and forth between those two. Like, that's my nightly routine.
Yeah, I downloaded Snap when it first came out, and then I'm like, this is stupid. And then never touched it until recently, where I'm like, hey, you can. I think I've been itching to collect Marvel cards again.
Mm-hmm.
And just buying cards is just so irresponsible in the midst of everything that I collect. So I'm like, all right, I don't really have to pay.
It's not. I promise you, it's not.
That's what I like to hear. And then,
as someone who is literally has a bunch to put away, it's not.
Ooh, what do you have?
So I've got basically the only things that I really do are like soccer and wrestling and some baseball. So what's something good that's near me right now?
And just while he's looking, just to kind of show everybody the size difference. So like, this is like your SH Monster Arts Godzilla -1, and this is how much bigger the Super 7 is. So like, and I know a lot of people are kind of dealing with the same kind of conundrum, because I have a lot of the SH Monster Arts figures. These do not scale like at all.
Right.
Yeah.
So basically, like what I'm deciding to do in terms of like, Dave and I all the time, we talk about it as guardrails. I'm only getting Super 7 Godzillas in something that I think Bandai will never make as an SH Monster Arts. So, I think Destroya is probably going to be the one exception to that rule, just so I have something to pair him with. But like, I don't think Bandai is ever going to do, Tamashii Nations, I don't think they're ever going to do like a hot translucent, orange Godzilla. So like, this fits perfectly in with what I'm doing for Super 7. But yeah,
nice.
Just
nice.
There's your size comparison.
Oh, so DK, throw it back real quick, and then throw Yoko's comment back on.
Heck yeah.
So last April, the Enablers all cosplayed as different X-Men, and I dressed up as Professor X. And Yoko brings up a good point. She says, looks like Kev as Professor X, this head sculpt. Which, like, fine, Yoko, that's fair. But if I got another one of these and put this on a Professor X body, then that would be the first custom of an Enablers X-Men action figure.
You don't need another like Professor X.
Yeah, just
body,
do it,
right?
just do it temporarily for a pick, then put it back.
No, I need it permanent to build an entire roster of Enabler X-Men, the X-Ablers. All right, Dave's on a real.
I dropped something, but yeah.
Oh no.
I'll find that later.
There's one
No,
big effect.
Kev, I was gonna ask about that those butterflies, because those look like newly tooled butterflies to go with that like tunic he's wearing.
Yeah, I don't think anyone has this body, this outfit, right?
Those look really good.
I think I might have to do that mod. You know, the shoulder is like a little peg that goes into a track, and I think what do? You shorten it because it's a
Yeah, you get
longer
the
peg, so you
exacto.
shorten it.
Yep.
Yeah, heat it out, pop it off, and then nip the end of it so that it's longer and it has a little bit more range in this area. I might do that, but hey, there's swappable effect hands. There's a couple of extra pairs of hands here. There's Ghost Dog. What's Ghost Dog's name?
Bats.
Hey,
bats.
another translucent toy.
There you go. It's a theme. Now it's a theme.
Yeah, I just learned about bats recently.
What have you learned, DK? School us. School me. I don't know anything.
That he is Doctor Strange's kind of like magical pet dog. I can't remember how he died though. That's the
Doesn't
only
he?
I
thing.
think.
He can like talk, right? I think he can like actually speak.
Let me
The
put
dog.
this guy down and grab a
I
card.
think so.
Does he speak with a? It's got to be like a distinguished British accent or something, right? It can't be anything goofy, otherwise, it kind of ruins the whole effect.
All right,
T-Turtle
so
says, "Oh, yep, go ahead."
there's like this fun set that Topps puts out that's like it's this baseball set called Allen and Ginter. And basically the cool thing of that is it's modeled after old like tobacco cards.
Right. I think I've seen some of those.
What's fun about them is you basically can get musicians, football players, basketball players, other athletes, all sorts of different like celebrities, things like that. So, like for example, you know, Mal Swanson from the U.S. women's soccer team. There's Pete Steinkopf from the Bouncing Souls, so New Jersey punk band. You have Tim Robinson. Like, I think you should leave Tim Robinson. Like, so there's all sorts of wacky cards in here, but then there's also, Yoshinobu Yamamoto, which is like a really big rookie card to get.
Oh, nice. That's a nice hit.
Or
Dave, why have you not done a break of these on our channel?
Because
come on, dude, everything's content.
The last time I did a card one, 2 people watched it.
That doesn't matter.
That's true.
You never know.
It's a slippery slope, man. There's this. I want to buy Pokemon cards.
And what would have been wild was, so I just ordered 2 boxes from Topps, right? This wound up being what's called a hot box. So it's a 1 per case. The entire box is all like a limited chrome variant. Okay. So it would have been really awesome to open up on
oh wow,
on like a stream, but yeah, it's like there's Mike Piazza in there, there's Pete Alonso, so I have all my different Mets, and I put aside a Derek Jeter, there's Paul Skeens, I got one of those. Like it's a wild set.
That's some nice hits, man.
Yeah. I think Caleb Williams is in it.
RG with a nice reference says it's a gummy Venus de Fido.
That's a great comment. Wow.
This clear Bats. That sweet can.
Yeah.
Bats is a big fan of Spider-Man. Awesome. Dave, did you get to open your Godzilla yet?
Yes, I did. Part of why I disappeared for a minute was because I accidentally pulled the tail off. So we have, of course, your typical Monster Arts articulation. But when I saw the movie, it came out around my birthday last year. And yes, there are a bunch of Topanga cards. They did a Topps Now of her. I just saw that in the chat. But what's cool is like the one that they initially did for the movie is how he is in the beginning of the movie with the blue spines. But then spoiler alert, towards the end of the movie, he powers up and gets the pink spines because he's basically swallowing the power of everything in order to save the world.
Yeah.
Is he successful or not? Who knows? Who helps? Can't tell you. It's a spoiler. But I think it's one of my favorite random. I think it's one of my favorite MonsterVerse movies. Yeah, I'm seeing the random Yoko talk about the random subsets. Alan and Ginter this year, they had like X-rays of zoo animals. It was wild.
What the heck?
Yeah, it's a weird card set. It really is.
Like who is that? Makes me question who is Alan and Ginter. That this is the kind of characters in the card set.
So it was an original, like I think it was like an old tobacco card company. But yeah, I just I love MonsterVerse. I love Godzilla, so I wanted evolved end of the movie.
And
Godzilla.
that's also an all new body.
Yeah, so that's the other reason why I wanted it too.
Yeah. Unlike the few previous MonsterVerse Godzillas they've done have been on the same body, just a repaint. That is all new. So all new articulation. It's got you can like actually get it hunched over so that way he's like on all fours too. Like it's got a crazy amount of articulation compared
he's got
to
extra hands, and I don't want to lose them. But he's got clawing hands. I wish they'd make his friend from the end of the movie.
Maybe. I mean, the movie did really well. Like, it made a crap ton of money. So
yeah. Oh, there's definitely going to be a part 5 at this point.
I guess if you count Skull Island, yeah, we'd be on 5.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that Dormammu head looks sick on there.
Dormammu. All right, so this, I don't know what this is supposed to be, but this is a separate piece that can come off. So it's got this it's like Jim Carrey's mask here. It's got that wooden texture, but it's orange. And then this little border here, there's a little slot here that it pegs in to hold into place. Like that, thusly. And then I have now a Dormammu. So I think this is the same as that Walmart. Was it Walgreens, the deluxe one?
The Doctor Strange?
Yeah, the body.
Yeah, that was Walmart. Yeah.
It was Walmart? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
That does look like the same
this part
body. Yeah.
And the gloved hands, robes. Yeah.
He's got the cool magic hands.
This is cool, man. I like this.
This is dope.
This is the booger flicking hand.
That's what you okay, that's a new one for me.
Or for the wrestling fans out there, he's given the 2 sweet.
Oh
Yeah.
Does that also count as the wolf pack?
Yes.
Very good.
Very good. Points to
DK,
you, DK.
You a wrestling fan?
Oh, like long ago.
Okay.
Ago.
All right.
NWO.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So
Attitude Era,
Absolutely.
90s. Yeah.
yeah. So and then it just probably disappeared, and I couldn't pay attention to it afterwards.
That was me, man. I took no joke, 20 years off from watching wrestling. Like literally, I missed John Cena's entire career.
Same.
Missed it. It was gone. By the time I came back, he was in movies.
No, that's exactly the same for me.
Also, I think
great.
John Cena's great in movies, by the way.
Oh yeah.
He is.
No, he's awesome.
He's wonderful.
I think just from interviews and stuff, he seems like a hilarious dude, and he's not bad in his movies. So,
Dude, that Wong is really good. That is a really good figure.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to shoot some photos of this. DK, we have a couple of very generous and selfless super chat donations. Do you mind reading those out, please?
So we got from Bad Wolf Media for 10 Hot Wheels. I've never done one of these before, but it's damn good cost tonight, and we need to hit that 15 mark. Thank you, Bad Wolf. Thank you for the 10 Hot Wheels. And Mr. Ryan Clark, since it's for LA Fires Relief, I'm in for some Hot Wheels. Thank you for the 5 Hot Wheels. So yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you for the donations, everyone. These are going towards the World Central Kitchen, who are working to feed, some of the rescue workers, firefighters, things like that. Whoa, DK with the links. There you go.
Yeah, so it's the Donating World Central Kitchen, and they're gonna help provide meals for people in need out in California currently right now. So yeah, this is for a great cause. So thank you,
Eric.
Thank you,
You helped choose that one. What was it that you can you talk a little bit more about it, like from what you heard?
Yeah. So I'm a big Jimmy Kimmel fan. I love his late night show. So been watching his kind of response to LA. He's right there. I think they're at the El Capitan Theater. Is where they record, which was like in the one of the evacuation zones at one point. So he's been profiling local chefs and restaurateurs that are helping feed the emergency workers, the displaced people who've lost their homes. And he is, like I said, he's had a couple of them on his show, and they're all working together through the World Central Kitchen. And he's asked them nightly, what can people do to help, and they have said, if you can donate to the World Central Kitchen, they make sure that they have the supplies that they need to keep going, to keep all of the people that are working to contain the fires fed and energized and and healthy. So it's a great organization.
Yeah, it's I think a really cool approach to being able to help and contribute. Hey, Bad Wolf, thank you for the tip. So the goals thing is kind of new for me on the channel. I don't use it often, but apparently there's a timed target for the goal. But we're at 8 out of 15 super chats, so I'll just keep it running unlimited, and if we hit that, I'll still do the bonus, even though it wasn't. I didn't know it was timed. I think it was only like 30 minutes or something, but we'll keep it going for the whole show. All right, so Eric, you mentioned a really cool thing, like starting the channel, sort of starting your podcast, boots on the ground, right? And just really, like you said, taking your shot. And can you guys speak to the importance of just being able to be at the cons in person, meeting people? Is that did you find that more advantageous?
I mean, in the beginning, for sure. I think we can kind of speak to both sides of the coin there, right? Because I don't want to say that like we took advantage of the pandemic, but like we were all home, and people were looking for things to do, and I think to a certain degree, some people were maybe a little bit more willing to go out on a limb and try something new, and give kind of an upstart channel a shot. So we definitely benefited from that kind of mentality. But the moment that we kind of went back to normal, right, and we were doing things in person, going to events, whether it was like a local toy show, or something larger like a Comic-Con or a toy fair, getting FaceTime with people is there's it doesn't compare.
Yeah, you can't beat it.
Yeah, and I mean it's some people are just not reachable, digitally, whether they choose not to be, or whether it's just because of sheer volume, right? Like, and you can't cut through the noise. It can be difficult to get a hold of somebody. Whereas if you see them at a Comic-Con, or again one of those in-person shows, you can make that connection face to face, shake a hand, sort of thing. And we've seen benefits to, again, to both ways. But it's great that we're again, I quotes normal, right?
Yeah.
It's good that we're back in person. I'll say that. Yeah.
Okay.
That's definitely good.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good point, because I think during like the pandemic, like you said, people were at home. I think there's a more focus of the online presence. I think, for example, what we all see, like I think the Legends team started doing more live streams during that time, right? It was just literally their way of reaching their fan base, their customers, their collectors, right? But also, yeah, a lot of people were just like, yeah, I got nothing to do. Yeah, that sounds like something to do for like an hour or two. And it was fun. I think it's probably the same with me. Like when I first message DK. Do you remember when I first messaged Paul? Right? It was during the pandemic, and I'm like, hey man, I see you're a toy collector, and you want to come on and open toys? He's like, yeah, I'm not shooting, I'm not doing anything.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, we'll hang out for a bit. And then I think that's kind of like just that opportunity that opened up, people having free time.
And now you're connected to the Star Wars universe.
Yeah.
And two stones throws away.
Yeah.
We got to we need a Carson Teva figure like yesterday though. Like we need one of those real bad.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Real bad.
I don't understand what's going on with that. I really don't. Here, plead your case. Plead your case here on my channel. Who wants to go first?
I mean, where do you want me to start?
There you go. Look into the camera and say, start from the heart. That's what I want to hear.
Listen, Carson Teva, he's been there for some of the most important moments in recent Star Wars lore. He is a hero. He is a decorated hero. He is an X-Wing pilot. He is an excuse to repaint the X-Wing again and put an exclusive pack in with the figure. Let's be real.
Now you're moving to the business. You're not speaking from the heart anymore. That seems like
let's call it like it is.
Okay.
You can't separate the two. You can't separate the two. As a collector, you got to understand that like there has to be some sort of business incentive in order to bring it to life, right? Like if you are, first of all, if there is any sort of fear that a Carson Teva figure would not sell on its own as like a single carded figure, that's incorrect. He would absolutely sell. You put him out there, he's gonna sell. So if you can get Axe Woves out there,
do you think they had fear putting
like
this into production?
Come on. You're putting him out there. He doesn't even have a name.
Yeah.
And
he's
the other
Mandalorian
part of it too
Commander.
Is, like you have Grogu and Din with the weird ice spiders. Like you can basically build out the whole thing. Like
you have 8 Grogu.
Build out the whole episode.
Yeah. But
one Carson Teva.
He's a missing component. He would fit into both scales. I speak for Vintage Collection. That's where I'm at. But which is why I'd want him in an X-Wing, because I would absolutely love another X-Wing. And it's that Vintage Collection X-Wing is a great piece. Again, just slap a new coat of paint on it and put a Carson Teva in there and call it a day. But he needs a figure. He needs one real bad.
And on top of that, he's part of the collecting community. Like, come on.
Exactly.
Yeah,
there you
makes
go.
Sense.
There's your other. Oh, Ryan Ting in the chat. Yeah, that's right. I am standing in business. Always. Always.
Hashtag Carson Teva win.
We should start why don't we start that? Can we start that tonight? Can we agree collectively? Like, can we agree on a hashtag? Let's start a campaign for this figure.
Well, I don't want to say like let's start it tonight. Like we're pioneering this thing. I think there has been a noticeable absence from social media, and there are multiple things out there. I mean, I've brought it to the Star Wars team in person. The demand, my projected demand of a Carson Teva figure, and I think it'll sell a little bit more than Mando Fleet Commander.
We're gonna see Steve Evans this weekend. I'm gonna mention it to him.
Yes,
nice.
Again, I'll remind him. I'll give him the nudge.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna be Steve Evans. All right, and let us know how are you gonna approach this subject when you see him.
Stevie, Carson Teva
Eric,
when?
How's it going?
Just Carson Teva. I'm just gonna respond to everything. Stevie, Carson Teva.
It's not even
Carson
hi.
Teva.
No, hello.
No, hello. It's just straight to the point. Carson Teva.
It's nice to see you, Carson Teva.
That's better.
Yeah.
It's nice to finally meet you in person, Carson Teva.
Carson Teva. Yeah.
My name is Steve. Why are you calling me Carson Teva? This is the best I can do.
You're doing a great job. We're gonna see him at Chubsy Wubsy Toys in Little Falls, New Jersey. He's gonna be there. So if anyone is in the area, he's made it public information. So
Wait, did he refer to like the whole tour he's doing or his trips as like Stevie Con?
I think he said something like he's doing one of his giveaways. He gave away a ghost, so he had to drive to New Jersey to drop off the ghost. And he's hitting the store on the way back. So
did you guys get the ghost?
I did, yeah.
I'm pointing at my screen like that matters.
Yeah, it's over there.
Eric.
It's off.
Yeah,
off
Eric got it. Yeah.
Mine's right here.
I see it. I see
Nice.
it. That video that you posted some teaser footage from looks a lot of fun.
Brown said go support the tribal chief. So.
Oh yeah. So for people who are over on the Toying Around Patreon, they have early access to the extended cut of the Ghost unboxing. That's already live right now. Patreon.com/toyingaround. DK did all the camera work. It was awesome. It was a lot of fun. And we went to my friend Carl has he's a photographer. He's a professional photographer, videographer. He has his own studio. I'm like, dude, can we get some studio time? Because this box is massive. So we got there early one day and we were there like hour and a half, DK?
Yeah, I think so.
Like that. Got a lot of footage. And why is your browser so narrow? Is this your phone?
No.
Okay,
There.
cool.
Boom.
There you go. And so if you're a supporter over on Patreon, you can watch that now. The extended cut, director's cut, ad-free, and there'll be a shorter one broken down for YouTube channel members going out later. But yeah, you can check that out now. I think there's a free trial. You can join with a free trial too. And thank you for bringing that up, TK. We have another donation. Johnny Cock with 5 Hot Wheels. What's up, man? Says Hot Wheels, Hot Meals.
Yes.
Bars. He's dropping some freestyle there. It says Don to Don Dance. Looks at DK.
I guess I'll dance. There's my monkey cue, I
There we
guess.
go.
Dance, monkey.
Oh, got an actual dance. If I tried to stand up and dance right now, I'd hit my head on the ceiling.
I would trample about 17 toys if I got up and dance right now.
Yeah.
I do not.
So
have
did
the
you
room for
see?
that.
Did you see what I ended up doing with the ghost boxes? For
No, what did you do?
my kids, I
Did you
took
build a
both
fort?
shipper boxes and they turned them into houses.
Oh, yeah, it's perfect. And DK and I were saying
Yeah.
like the packaging, the protective packaging, when it's flipped
Yeah.
over, like you can do a long distance kind of like Mos Eisley canteen or spaceport, right? Buildings and stuff
For sure.
for photography. We have a very generous donation from Brick Something, 20 Hot Wheels. Thank you. Says, didn't realize tonight was a benefit. WCK is amazing. My brother's fam and my parents are still evacuated in Pasadena. Unlike many others, they'll have a home to return to. Eyes and hearts, views and hearts. Anyway,
I love Los Angeles. Maybe.
Anyway, I think it's a positive message. Thank you, Brick.
Yes.
That's
eyes and hearts,
is very
I'd
generous.
imagine.
Eyes and hearts.
Yeah.
Okay, like the
But
eye
yeah,
of Sauron.
totally. Happy that everyone's all right. And
Yeah,
That's
glad to
good.
hear
shouts,
that.
shouts to LA.
Glad to hear that.
Thank you, Brick Something.
Your brother and the family and everything.
I'm moving on to the Falcon here.
Sweet.
Nice.
So
Yeah,
I think that
opened-
brings us to 10 of 15 super chats, right? Oh, 11 now. Thanks to Taco Boy. What's up, Taco Boy? He's donating for a different
Boy.
reason. He said DK's dance fund.
And I got
But
a dance.
everything's going to World Central Kitchen tonight, Taco. By the way, I opened SH Figure Arts Momo
Oh,
that
Oh,
DK
nice.
is emulating. And she looks really good, but could move a little bit better. They
Oh.
made some
okay, so
interesting
I
choices.
haven't watched this show. Tell me about
Oh, boy.
Kaiju number 8.
Oh, Kaiju number 8 is is about it's nonfiction. It's about Japan and all the different kaiju attacks that they have, and there's like these government not companies, which programs, I guess. There's like
It's
a cleanup crew.
Yeah, cleanup crew.
right? So one of them is a cleanup crew that goes and cleans up carcasses and disposes of bodies and things like that. And there's another department where it's like these guys with the kind of techie suits. They're the defense team, and so they train and they use special weapons to fight the kaiju when they attack, and they coordinated defenses throughout Japan and all that stuff. And his story is about the main character. Was his name Kafka, DK?
I think so.
Yeah, Kafka. And then he's like an older aging out dude who's working the cleanup crew, and he's always had dreams of being part of the defense team. And his childhood friend is like a leader on that team. So it's a story about him joining, trying to not give up on his dream, and something happens along the way. And that was kind of like my first, before Godzilla -1, like my first like kaiju thing, where I'm like, oh, that's cool. I'd like to think of it as the aspect of these carcasses and bodies and skeletons and are left around, and what do they do with it? And then, there's like giant piles of poo sometimes, or like how to dispose of something that's full of acid, or
Interesting.
or they make weapons out of some of their parts. And they have different scales of like different types of kaiju. And then when I watched Pacific Rim a few weeks ago, they kind of show some of that too, right? Where like all the kaiju popping up all over the planet and that kind of, but it's like a passing thing, right? They just have it in B-roll of different cleanup initiatives. But this is like the focus of that. And then the main character goes through some stuff in Kaiju number 8, and there's some cool villains. And at the end of season 1, it's just like, oh, this is a pretty crazy arc, little cliffhanger.
Yeah.
So it was fun to watch. It's not that many episodes.
Yeah. I would say it's almost like Marvel's cleanup crew. It starts off as that like damage control, right? It starts off as the main character's in damage control, and then he eventually kind of gets to join like the elite team, right? Like almost like Edge of Tomorrow, kind of like almost that.
Got
right?
it.
And they're fighting off monsters. So yeah,
that's really cool. Yeah, I just started
Edge of Tomorrow, severely underrated movie, by the way.
Oh, it's so good.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I think part 2 might be coming, right?
Supposedly, like every year, it either is or isn't.
Yeah, that's true.
I just started Sakamoto Days yesterday.
Oh, I just watched it last night.
I want to watch that.
Really
First up, DK, did you watch it yet?
No, I haven't yet. So hopefully this weekend.
Yeah, you're the one who was telling me like, oh, I'm so excited. It looks really good.
I know.
I watched it before you.
Just been busy, but I'm glad. Did you like it?
Yeah, I found it interesting. I would watch a second episode.
Word.
Are you guys generally anime people?
I'm
Eric,
more so than
more so.
Yeah. I'm very like, I don't want to say very picky. I don't have a lot. I don't have enough time to watch everything, so I'm very picky. Just kind of generally what I watch. Like I wish I had time for more anime, but I'm also trying to get my kids into some stuff. So like I've been watching Dragon Ball Z Kai with them, and they just started the Sailor Moon that's on Netflix. But I love that first episode of Sakamoto Days. I thought it was a lot of fun. Did we lose DK? What happened? I
don't know what he's doing. I think he's getting something, maybe. He likes to leave in the middle of interviews. Like when I had Paul on, and then we were talking to him in the middle of it. He's like, "I'm gonna go get a drink," but he says it out loud in the middle of it. Have you ever done anything like that in the middle of an interview, Eric? Told your guest, "Hey, just keep talking. I'm just gonna go get a beverage."
No. But I did lose power in the middle of an interview recently, and and Dave had to continue without me because it literally
Dave had to finish the episode.
Yeah, that was interesting. This Falcon figure is really cool.
I opened up El Desperado. I think I actually, of the Storm New Japan figures, I actually think this might be my least favorite one.
Oh, least favorite
one.
Yeah.
Interesting. Dave, spill the tea. What don't you like about it?
I don't know, just something about it. Like, the cloth pants are neat, like the cloth ring gear.
Okay.
I don't know. I just really like the Minoru Suzuki and the Ligers.
Oh well, I mean the Liger, that figure is like almost perfect.
We have a $4.99 Hot Wheel from Bat Force Grumps. What's up, Grumps? Hope you're doing well, man. It says buy yourself some Swedish fish. I don't think that'll help my cough, but I will be sending this towards the World Central Kitchen. So
the other
you,
thing
Grumps.
too, and the kind of, you know how storms have like the kind of,
They're almost like rubbery, like
the
softer
rubbery
body. Yeah.
torso, right? So that way you can do more bending. This is just like the top half of the torso, if that makes sense. So it's got a weird like line to it.
Is that's the articulation point though?
Yeah. Like, and then if you look at it from behind, it like eats itself almost. It's yeah, I don't like it.
That's weird. That's weird that they decided not to make the flap like go all the way.
Well, the thing with this one, they made it like hard.
And if you bring his hands together, it looks like he's wearing like a shirt. Like
wow,
it leaves a gap.
Yeah,
it's not my favorite.
Interesting.
Yeah, the thing with this one is people were posing it, and the upper part of the body would scrape the lower part because it's like a harder plastic. Yeah. So, you win some, you lose some.
And like that, the Liger one was one of my favorite figures of that year. I think that made my top 10.
I'm digging that this new Falcon has handles on his wings.
Oh, that's cool.
That's cool.
It's really neat. And the likeness is nice. There's no completely masked off head. You get like a fully masked head.
Oh, okay.
With like the mouthpiece over it.
Right.
And the visor down.
One to block out bugs when you're flying, and one to yell at bad guys. Are you guys excited for this movie?
I am. Mm-hmm. I am. I'm a huge, like, I don't want to say MCU apologist, but like it takes a lot for me to not like an MCU thing.
Okay.
So I'm kind of easy to please in that regard. But I'm really excited for it because I'm a big Hulk is my favorite superhero. So the fact that one of my favorite actors of all time is playing a Hulk in this movie is like just wonderful.
Which is funny because when I remember reading like the Red Hulk series, and that was a huge like, oh, who's the Red Hulk? And then it was Ross, and everyone was like, oh.
Yeah, I had to make myself a custom. The clearance Everett Ross body that keeps on giving, just the gift that keeps on giving. I have like a stack of these that I literally
get that, and then I get another Wong, and then I have a me Professor X.
Dude,
it's not that far fetched.
If you can get near an Ollie's, you can get these for like $5. The raw spot. And honestly, if you wanted to make this figure too, you could probably find the Han Solo there as well. But
that's an older one to find.
Yeah, this is the archive one, so it's not that old. But the archive Force Awakens Han skin tone match is good enough. Wow. Looks great. So
can that be Air Force One Harrison Ford?
Yes, accurate.
Get off my plane.
My plane. Yep.
Pointing maybe paint that hair a little darker.
Yeah.
But I was gonna say for anybody that if you have the other Falcon or Captain America figures, the wing situation is the same thing. So you can they articulate really well. You can like get them to fold in front of him as like a shield.
Ooh.
Yeah, that
is an improvement.
That's cool.
Yeah. And they have the wings are ratcheted, so they hold their position there on the backpack really well, which is nice. But yeah, you can get him into some pretty cool.
I also think it's good that the wings weren't like the Vulture wings where it was like the Build-A-Figure.
Oh, the Build-A-Figure. Yeah. Well, they had
Yeah.
Cap,
The
Falcon
deluxe
Cap
was-
as a Build-A-Figure too, right?
Yep. Yeah, the first
At one
time he
point?
was the first Cap wasn't that the Disney Plus wave, I think? The
Yes.
one
Yeah.
that had like
Yes.
Falcon Winter
Yeah,
it
Soldier
was.
and the What If figures in it.
Yeah. Did you guys pre-order the Savage Land Xavier today?
I completely messed up. I thought it was a 1 p.m. Eastern drop, even though Dan tweeted it like a million times.
Very explicitly.
I just fell asleep at the wheel on that one
Oh,
today.
no.
I didn't even share it. That's how off the mark I was. Yeah, it snuck up on me. So I'm pretty lucky. I have a target that's pretty well stocked usually. So
Okay.
I'm not super worried. I think, and come March I'll be able to find it.
between the two of us, someone will find it.
Yeah, but I definitely need that one for sure. That's like
Complete your 97.
yeah. It's not like explicitly on X-Men 97 card, but I
Right.
mean it is.
It's close.
For Canadians who are looking for that, it is up for pre-order on GameStop Canada. That's where it's available. You put a $5 deposit and you can pre-order it, either ship to home or see if you have a ship to store option for the Savage Land Professor X. I'm excited for the new Cat movie, but I think today, was it today or yesterday? The I think it was this morning. The Daredevil trailer dropped.
Yesterday,
yeah.
I think.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that looks
That
incredible.
looks really good.
I like them that they have, just about everybody back. It even looks like they got the dude who played Bullseye back, which is like
Yes.
crazy.
Right.
Yeah, no, I'm excited.
I
I'm
feel like it looks even darker and more gruesome than
Mhm.
Netflix.
Yeah,
Really?
Right?
they showed some of those bone breaking moments, and
Well, I
that's-
mean,
yeah,
Echo got pretty
it did.
times.
Oh, I didn't even watch Echo. Is it worth watching?
Yes.
Wait, well, Eric said he's an apologist.
Yeah, yes, but I would say it's worth watching. Here's the thing: I'm an apologist, right? So, like, I will say, like, I enjoy it all, but that doesn't mean I can't recognize what is like good versus bad.
Yeah.
Right.
I just enjoy it all. I thought Echo honestly was very smart. It was really good, and it did set up slow burn, but like the last like 2 episodes really kind of kick into high gear and set up what's happening with like Mayor Fisk and everything.
Okay.
So it's definitely worthwhile.
Oh, damn! A lot
Okay.
of the chat agrees too. Okay.
Then I gotta go finish it. I think I'm up to like
didn't even
2-3
start.
episodes.
I think it's just because it was a character that I didn't really have any attachment to, so my motivation to watch that was like it was very low.
Although she was really cool in Hawkeye too. So
Plus
Yeah,
the
yeah,
fact
she
that
was cool.
they got a Native American amputee that's also deaf to play a
Right.
amputee deaf Native American. I mean, you can't really like,
Mhm.
and she did a lot of her own stunts too. Like, it's pretty cool.
No, I agree.
All right, I'll give it a
Let's
shot.
Go back to the Cap or the Falcon. This is the Falcon.
Yeah, I can't get over how good this is actually. I wasn't like super excited for this figure in particular. When I think of Falcon, I think of Sam Wilson. I don't think of it's Joaquin Torres. I forget his last name. But I don't think of this version of Falcon. So like, Kevin, kind of to your point, I didn't really have like a connection to this version of the character.
Right.
But this figure moves really well. Like it gets into some really dynamic poses. I love all the kind of the deco work on it.
That's a great pose that you have on it right now.
It looks mostly like new tooling too, across the board. I think the wings, there's some reuse in the wings, but
Is Ryan Ting still in the chat?
Ryan, where are you? Confirm, Ryan. No, but it's this is a really cool figure, and this is hitting like right now. Like this is saw this at Target the other day. I think they're in stock and shipping on Amazon as well. Probably for you guys, Canadian folks, it's probably at EB, right?
Yeah,
GameStop.
GameStop.
But yeah, just a size comparison. There
He
too.
is here.
There he is next to the Hulk. think wings are all new too. Well, yeah, I mean they do have the handles, so that adds so much. Like him being able to like hold on to the handles there.
I just remember the earlier editions of the Falcon. I think back in maybe the Civil War, right? Like the wings are just static, right? It's just like we could do a little bit more, just add a little bit more articulation into it, and then it'll be good. And then we finally got there, so which is awesome.
Yeah, this is really cool, and the likeness is really sharp under there too. It let me see. Here we go. Like it definitely looks like the actor.
Yeah.
So awesome stuff.
Jeez, this thing that looks awesome.
Yeah.
What's up? Henrock is in the chat. Good to see you, Manic Mike. Thank you for tuning in on this Thursday evening. All right, DK, embiggen me real quick.
What up?
I want to show some of the accessories that this comes with, man. Because like you got the basic happy face. He's like a chill character, but once he starts to fight, he's a total badass. That's why I like the contrast of having this kind of comical, innocent looking haircut and face, but then like you see all the serious face, the fighting one, the one with the mask looks particularly awesome. And then there's like the different front hair pieces you can swap out for some movement. His knives that he uses and sidearm and the different hands. This is a really cool release. And he moves pretty good too.
And does that come with an extra? It comes with an extra faceplate for Kaiju number 8 too.
Yep. I think every single one of the other characters has come with a DLC faceplate for Kaiju number 8, which is
I like that DLC.
A lot of fun. Yeah. Just have a good night. You guys, you're in New Jersey. You go to do you go to that? Is it the American Dream Mall?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we've been there a couple times
because they have the Bandai store there. Or the Tamashii
That's where I got Godzilla at.
Yeah, they have the Tamashii Nation store. They've got an awesome Gashapon store.
Well, the Tamashii store is in New York. The just regular Bandai store.
Oh right,
the
Times Square one.
Right. Yeah, it is. It's the Bandai collectibles store. But and they have a ton of stuff in there. Like the last time we were in there, they had like the Proplica Master Sword from Zelda. They had all these guys. The guy that you're showing now from Kaiju number 8. But they also have like the Bandai collectible, like the Bandai America stuff too. So like Tamagotchi and the anime heroes, all those figures as well.
Nice.
All the blind boxes.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, Machu Toy got me the Goku's staff from Dragon Ball.
Yep. Yeah, the power pole. That's awesome.
Yeah. It's really cool.
Yeah, but I like that they're doing the reason why I asked about the Kaiju number 8 face. I like that they're doing that with the SH Figure Arts. A lot of the SH Figure Arts releases, like they did it with the Dragon Ball superhero figures, where everyone came with like a different face for Gohan, which was really cool. So like by the end, you have this like super deluxe edition of Gohan that has like 8 different face plates and hair pieces and stuff. It's really cool.
Oh, this is sick. I wish they did that for the Daima Goku, the Kid Goku and the Kid Vegeta, instead of releasing a whole new figure. It's like give a DLC part to another character.
There's so much space in those boxes. I saw the Vegeta the other day for the first time, like in box at Target, and it's like the normal SH Figure Arts size box with just like this teeny tiny little chibi figure in it. I wonder if I have a picture.
There, this is the plastic thing.
Yeah, it's unreal how much space is in there.
So much space. You could pack way more stuff for sure.
Yeah, you could pack the different the Super Saiyan hair and face plates in there.
I haven't watched Daima yet either. Is it any good?
It's a slow setup. It's giving like this kind of the feel like the original Dragon Ball, going on a fun adventure with a bunch of friends and characters and bad guys you meet along the way. There's a little bit of a setup though, but there's some cool like callbacks and fight scenes too. And cool. What's better than kid versions of some of the characters you've grown to love over the last however many decades.
Yeah.
Is it cool to like have
He
those
holds the
stores
guitar
close
well.
by? Oh yeah, let's see that.
That's pretty cool.
It's taller than I thought. Oh man.
And he's like skinny, but he doesn't feel like he's gonna fall apart, which I think is pretty great.
It's awesome how far like the SH figure arts have come. Like I remember like the first one that I had, I felt like it was made of glass, like it was gonna.
And I only have like
That's
a
true.
couple
That's true.
Ultraman figures and like the Spider-Verse ones.
And like now they're
These are pretty
sturdy.
great.
They're sturdy
Yeah.
as anything.
Oh man, yeah, they're packed out with stuff.
A lot of extra hands, extra head. I don't want to turn it upright, otherwise they will all be lost. But
Especially in your room, they'll end up under your
Yeah.
desk and be gone forever.
there's like an extra neck too for the extra head, and I want to try to figure that out. But he's also wearing a collar, so like,
Dude, you
I
want
know
to
I'd
talk,
be doing this set.
you want to talk about accessories? Holy crap!
Plus, I love
He's
that.
like,
mohawk.
I was like,
Look at the
Eric's
amount
like,
of
I
stuff
raise you.
this figure comes
Yeah.
with.
Wow.
So it's got.
Does he come with his album?
So yes, so he's got a skull. He's got an old man head. He's got young head. He's got middle-aged head. He's got a candle. Yeah, he's got a candle. He's got a teacup and a saucer. He's got individual cigarettes. There's like 4 of them there. He has interchangeable dickies, so that way you can give him the tie or the bow tie or the ascot. He's got a raven, and yes, he has a stack of vinyl.
Dickies is funny on its own, but I've never heard interchangeable Dickies. That combination of words ever in my life.
There you
That's
go.
Fantastic.
And then I don't know what the deal is with this. He's got an extra arm.
Probably so he can hold the raven.
Oh, yep. Yeah, the extra arm, the forearm has ports in it, so that way the raven can sit on his arm.
That's cool.
It's a crazy accessory. All right, DK, your turn. What are you raising? You calling? You raising? You folding?
Hey, what do you got?
It's this Thundertron, and you could put so he's like a space pirate transformer type of thing. So he's got like a little peg leg here. He's got Liz.
Hold on. Why can't he just get a replacement part? He's a robot.
Touche. We can, but just storyline wise, like, yeah, no.
There's no
That's
extra
just
feet
peg leg.
around.
No, it does. It does
Okay.
have extra feet, right? But in the story wise, he's got a peg leg, and he also has a hook for an arm.
It's a choice.
Yeah, it's a choice. It's a choice. And
Again.
he's got this little tape cassette guy, so it's almost like a parrot. right?
Okay.
But it's a bat, and then I haven't figured this guy out yet, but it comes with this other guy, and this other guy you can break it all apart and you can turn into his like armor type of thing.
Oh, it's like a Constructicon, right? Is that the
almost? This is what is it? What do we call it? I think it's called a fossilizer. It's called a weaponizer.
Oh, yep,
right? So you can
weaponizer.
break them
Yep.
apart. Yeah, and then you can put it on him. So yeah, this is what I raise.
So we're raising with more accessories, and you raise with a guy who chooses to have less. Parts.
Exactly, less accessories.
All right. I think you've played poker before.
Call.
Can we challenge you to transform him live? Like,
No.
can we do that?
We're gonna lose
we can do
DK
that.
for the rest of the show. He would love to do
No,
that.
it'll be quick. It'll be quick. This one's
He just
quick. This one's easy.
Head down and
It's not a
transforms the
masterpiece.
whole time.
We're good.
God, I had the masterpiece. I had one of those. It was the most frustrating thing in the world to transform. I had
Very intricate.
Which one did I have? I had Ironhide from Dark of the Moon, maybe.
Okay.
Or Revenge of the Fallen. It was one. It was one of the Michael Bay ones, but
Yep.
that thing was impossible to transform. Like
I think I
damn near impossible.
Yeah, I think I have him.
So you gotta go like Tim Armstrong. He's gonna play it low.
Definitely.
Almost like hunched over a little. Like, yeah. The strap is barely on him, 100%.
So yes, this is Vincent Price Witchcraft and Magic on vinyl.
Nice.
That rules. That reminds me of the old Kiss figures, the McFarlanes where they came with the solo albums.
And I have to imagine that that friend of the pod Chris Ramo is responsible for recreating this based on what he does there at NECA. So
So over the years, what are some of your favorite interviewees that you've been able to get?
So personally, I mean, Todd McFarlane was a big one. I've been
that was cool.
Been a fan of McFarlane toys and Spawn comics for a very, very long time.
Mm-hmm.
So the fact that we've had him on a couple times is really cool. Matt Cardona was another really, really fun one. Just to have like a professional wrestler,
right.
on the show. Somebody that's been kind of an inspiration for us too. With the Major Wrestling Figure podcast. Really, really fun guest, and that was a fun circumstance too that we had him on. Was like a really last minute. I actually had to get out of bed and like wake up to get on that call because it was like a last minute like, hey, I'll come on your podcast if you can have me on like right now. And it was like 10 o'clock.
And he was like a month off of being released from WWE, so he was like freshly able to do stuff like that.
Claudio, yes, we will be at Toy Fair next month. I don't know if that question was for us, Kevin, or everybody, but shouts to Claudio too. Claudio gave us an awesome booth tour at the last Toy Fair. So
nice.
That's where we first met Claudio. So it's nice. Hopefully we'll see
great
you again.
Dude.
Claudio.
Claudio's a great dude.
But also the other thing too is just, in general, I would say the folks from Hasbro.
Jeremy was one of my favorite ones too because of just being a wrestling figure guy.
Yeah, Jeremy Padower, that was an awesome interview. But like, I collect so much Hasbro stuff, so much between the GI Joes, the Star Wars, the Marvel Legends. Being able to kind of talk to them, the folks from Hasbro kind of on a frequent basis, is just awesome. They're a bunch of nice people. And they put out great stuff. So like it's great to chat with them, and I think the other thing that can't be discounted is the other creators. So like, being able to chat with you and like, finally do this, but like, I mean, we talk to each other all the time in DMs and stuff. So, whether it's you, whether it's Toy Shiz, whether it's Toy Farce, MCU Collector, there's just so many
Powers of X-Men
out there. Powers of X-Men. Paul is an awesome dude. It's just it's cool to meet the other collectors, the Toy Migos crew. There's some really, really great people out there in the community, and like we're fortunate and lucky enough to be even just like this much a part of it. And it's cool to talk shop with all the other the creators out there too. So shouts to everybody who's doing their thing. Paternia is another one. John.
Paternia, John.
Paternia
what a nice guy.
On top of, I've never met him, but like the amount of stuff he posts and just being on top of everything is very impressive.
He's a machine, and he could not be nicer.
Could not be a kinder, nicer person. Like,
one of the nicest people we've met. In the 5 years of doing this, like seriously, he's amazing.
Oh, damn! Good to know. Good to know. Dave, same for you?
Yeah, Bill and Steve was a good one. When we had them on from Mattel, the Elite Squad team. I think one of more, I don't want to say favorite, but like I've enjoyed a lot the episodes that have been surprising, where like, Guy Augustini was...
That was a cool interview.
It was such a cool interview because, we never really have like the talent behind the voice, behind the thing that we're collecting,
right.
That was a really great episode. So a lot of those have been a lot of fun. Just when you think you're getting like, I've liked a lot of when I learned something. So whether it's marketing people or if we're learning from Brian Flynn, like, hey, this is why things cost what they cost.
Yeah.
So it's really cool. But I think the coolest part of it isn't necessarily specific interviews, but actually over the past couple of years now that there have been conventions and things like that again, getting to meet people in person, getting to meet Bill and Steve and Robert at WrestleMania Philly this year. Meeting somebody like Zombie Sailor in the middle of a Walmart in upstate New York.
Nice.
And being like, hey, it's you. Yeah. Hey. Or like, going to a major pod thing and meeting Matt and Brian and Kanik, just, meeting Jeremy at Toy Fair, meeting everybody who we've actually met in person, I think has been better than any kind of specific interview, just because it's that connection. It's
right.
being able to connect with everybody in person.
Yeah.
Kev, what about you? What are some of your favorite interviews you've done? Because you've done a bunch. Like you've had Cal and obviously Paul and stuff like that. Like, who are some of your favorites?
Man, I mean, like the most recently, like having Todd McFarlane on, I think was just because he's so like the talent and the kind of influence he's had on so many aspects of being a fan in so many different ways. Like you don't even think about it, but it's like, what was the last con? He's like, oh, he went to go meet what's his face, Venom, Eddie Brock.
Would you like to know any story about that?
Yeah, and he just left to go. Oh yeah, because he's meeting Tom Hardy. Cool. Oh right, because of Venom, right? So it's like it's just kind of spanned out into so many different parts of it. Do you have a Tom Hardy story?
Oh no, so we were
no, we're specifically
in that instance.
Yeah.
Oh, how so?
All right, so New York Comic Con, we have the first thing that we booked before we even had like our press pass approval. I booked Todd. Like I wanted to make sure we had time with him. We booked him like far in advance. And his PR people are incredible. His publicists, both of them are amazing. We got on the schedule. We get notified, and the way that we planned it was he was going to do his panel and then sit down and chat with us like right after the panel. That's okay. We had him booked for that. About a half hour before the panel, we're sitting down, getting our seats and everything, and I get an email, and they're like, "We're so sorry. There's a last minute change to Todd's schedule. He's going to have to leave his own panel early. He's not going to be able to meet with you guys, but like, don't worry about it. Like, we'll catch up another time." Like, which totally fine. It turned out the thing that he can't, we got canceled.
You got bumped?
We got bumped. He could meet Tom Hardy.
Oh my gosh.
Right.
So now we have beef with Tom Hardy.
No, we don't.
No, we don't have beef with Tom Hardy.
No. Keep that energy, and then he'll be your next guest, man.
But it was such a funny story because when he, like, as we're doing that, and he's like, "Yeah, I got to leave my panel." I'm like, "Eric, this has to be like a big thing."
Well, so here's the other thing. So the previous evening, that was I think Saturday. So Friday night, the surprise at the Sony panel was Tom Hardy showed up at the Sony panel,
and they showed
Venom. Like that,
nice.
Everyone in attendance got to see Venom. So when to Dave's point, when he had to like suddenly cancel, Dave was like, "I bet it has to do with Tom Hardy," and I was like, "You're probably right." And then literally, like, a few hours later, he posted that video of him like surprising Tom Hardy, like knocking on the door and surprising Tom Hardy in the middle of like the press junket, and we're like, "Cool!" So now we get to say, we got bumped for Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy.
Yeah.
So
nice.
I was like, I think he made the right decision.
Yeah. But again, like seriously, like all joking aside, like super professional. Like it was handled with like nothing.
Not upset in the least.
Yeah.
Like
right.
It was. Believe me,
it's just funny. It's funny to be like, again, like we're sort of connected to that moment.
The coincidence of it is the funniest part.
Yeah.
It's like you might be in the moment like, oh, that's a bummer, but when you look back on it, like it's just a great story to be able to tell. That's hilarious. But yeah, like on paper, like that's a cool interview, but like Dave said, being able to make so many good friends over the last years, like the Enablers and a lot of the guests that have been on, people who've become friends, like chatting every day type of friends.
Yeah.
I think that's probably the best part of all this, right? And then doing monthly episodes or whatever, just a way to catch up. that's the most rewarding part of this.
The friends you make along the way.
Yes,
Yeah, people like Brian and Brian from Nacelle, like they're awesome.
Yep.
Yeah, and then there's people like that who are at the level of a company where they're free to chat about more things that maybe like because they're kind of like they're like at the top, right, and they're able to tell more business side of things, which I think is always very interesting and super cool. You guys mentioned Jeremy, though. I've been following his Instagram, and like
soul
he's
crushing.
Yeah, it's
Heartbreaking.
because I know he's a
Absolutely
big collector
Yeah.
too.
Oh, yeah.
not just being part of this stuff, but an actual collector, and like he lost a lot of stuff. I
Everything.
think, everything,
Everything.
in the
Literally
fires.
Yeah, like
and he had some like
stuff that no
super-
longer exists.
Yeah,
Like there are things that don't exist anymore.
There are a couple things just kind of like off the top of my head. Like he had a first edition run of like Pokemon cards, like the first edition, first print, shadowless, uncut. So he had like a full sheet of those framed. So like
Wow.
that's
Oh my
gone.
god.
From his time at Jax, he had some extremely
Prototypes.
limited run figures and prototypes that were like only given out to employees. Like I'm talking like one of 3. I think there was a 1 of 1 Ultimate Warrior that was in his collection. So like he had some stuff that like historic elements of collecting across multiple facets. So whether it's action figures or trading cards or just kind of sports memorabilia.
Yeah.
He had lots of stuff.
Yeah, but I mean, I appreciate his outlook. It's like, hey, you know what?
Yeah.
Those are all just things.
Yeah.
The important part is being able to the safety and well-being of your family and loved ones. Which obviously I appreciate, but also as a collector, you look at some of the stuff, it's like, oh man, that hurts. Like you feel his pain for that too. But to see how he's like, yeah, guys, it's stuff. I've gone without before, and I've also had a lot, and and everything in between that, and just his outlook is following his story has been quite incredible to read the last few days.
And
Yeah,
that's
just another person who couldn't be, any nicer. Like that's, I don't know how how I'd react. Like it's hard to put yourself in that situation, but I could only hope that I would react in some way similar to him.
Yeah.
Like he's just always got the right outlook.
Yeah, and that's him with anything.
That's him
the time
in general.
We had a chance to like hang out with him at last year's Toy Fair, and he's like the phrase, I know it's like probably hackneyed and overused at this point, but like give you the shirt off his back, like that's Jeremy. I mean he is one of those guys, and he loves what he truly loves what he does.
Yeah.
So it's really unfortunate, of all, you never want to see anybody lose everything, and
right.
There are so many people and he'll be the first one to say it too. I mean, there are so many people in LA that, either don't have insurance, they were recently dropped. They don't have, if they do have insurance, they don't have everything documented, that are really going to be without and going through some like terrible hardships.
Yeah.
He was well documented. Everything had a value. Everything was valuated. He's the position he is in his career. Like him and his family are safe. They will be fine. They're, financially stable. It's just going to be time. And unfortunately, some of that stuff obviously is never going to get back, but, he'll be the first one to say like, don't worry about me. There's other people that,
how he broke it down, like with the goals, like about like, hey, I met these goals, I started a family and stuff like that, right? But like it was really beautiful how he did how he set it up. And I mean, like that goal of being a collector, like retired collector with a giant collection, that's might be gone, but that's okay. He has everything else, so
Mhm.
Crazy. Well, hey, that's why I wanted to do a little something different tonight to donate the super chats to something to help those affected by this crazy disaster. So super chats tonight going towards World Central Kitchen, uh, and their efforts out in California. All right, so what do you guys have planned for this year?
Oh, we actually do have something fun that we can announce as I'm sitting here
Yes.
holding up this recent NECA release.
That looks
I think,
cool.
and I think this is like kind of you heard it here first.
Yeah,
that
this
this
is. Yeah,
out.
we'll be announcing this here first. So,
Mhm.
we are doing our second ever live in-person recording podcast.
Yep.
Cool.
We did one 2 years ago at a local our local comic book shop, Zap Comics. They hold a convention every year in Wayne, New Jersey, and they've invited us back this year. We are doing our second live show, and it will be with Chris Ramo, and you guys know him best as at Blainer Things on Instagram. But Chris and Blaine will be doing a art and design and news from NECA panel with us. So
cool.
Nice.
we will have some stuff on display. Blaine will be bringing some product. Likely there'll be some stuff that will have been previously announced, but maybe the first time that we're seeing it in person, sort of thing. But stay tuned. We're saying surprises. So that's where that's all we can say right now. But
Very cool.
But it is
but it will
March
be March
29th.
Yep, March 29th
2025
in Wayne, New Jersey. So once we have all the kind of official information and timing and everything, we'll announce and share. But keep your eyes on the at ZapCon, that's ZAPPCON account on Instagram. They'll be posting all the news. But yeah, so if you can make it, it'd be great to see you. It's a great little convention. There's tons of artists there. Crap ton of comics.
Nice.
Yeah, a lot of comics.
Zap has an incredible
artists.
Yeah, they put on a really good show. So we'll be doing another live show, which was our last one was with Emily Bader from Hasbro, and we did some G.I. Joe stuff. So this time around we're doing NECA, and as you guys can see, NECA is their likeness game is ridiculous. These toys are starting to look like little Hot Toys. It's wild.
True.
Oh, someone posted in the Discord today that I forget who, they have the Sesame Street ones in stock.
Yep, Sesame Street.
And Ernie.
And remember too, they're firing up those 2012 Turtles.
Right.
So
That's right.
so those are going to be coming too.
Nice.
Awesome. Let's see. Dom says, I'd love to meet Jeremy. I just barely missed him a couple of times at SDCC last year. He was in my field division, but busy doing interviews. Yeah, I think that'd be a cool chat, man. Bad Wolf says this is part of the people forget about, especially when they talk about celebrities. It's not about money and value of things. It's a lot of memory and history. Yeah.
That's a good way to put it.
That's true. And we have another thank you super chat from Johnny Cock 5 Hot Wheels says, hey, let's go. Thank you. We're
Thank
at
you, Johnny.
13 super chats.
Word.
Yeah, that's the cool thing about all of this is like it really is a community. Like, there could be people like, oh, I don't want to go on other podcasts or anything like that. Like, no, let's talk about the things that we love like together, because that's what it's all about. Like it's about sharing this love of things and finding something new that you had never heard about before, like things like that. You're not going to do that if you're in your own little kind of bubble. That's the best part of the community, is that it's a community.
And you guys have built an amazing community here. So like shouts to the Butter Nation. You guys have we've been watching each other again, like grow and and everything. It's what you guys have here is really special. And again, thanks for letting us be a part of it tonight. It's it's an honor. It's an honor to be an honorary butter person.
Yeah,
Butter friend.
Butter pal.
buttery pals.
Buttery pals.
Heck yeah. All right, so
Oh, he transformed it. There it is.
well,
There
he's
it
been
is.
silent for the last 25 minutes. See, I
Well, it's
told
been
you,
silent. I
man.
was listening to stories, but I actually finished it about 5-10 minutes ago. But yeah, so this is what it transforms into. It's like almost like a Zoid, like a thunder robot cat. That's
I
what it
love
is.
the
That
color
rolls.
on that. The blue,
The blue and white.
and gold. That's awesome.
Yeah, and that's why it's nice with the companion pieces. It's like almost like it's another shade of blue, so it's just more blue and white, right? So yeah, I'll figure how to turn them all together, push them all together, and see.
Now,
what
is
we
that
can
the
do.
same? Is the little one the same mold as like what would come with Soundwave?
Yeah, this is it'll transform. It transforms into a bat, like a tape cassette player.
Yeah.
A bat, right? So don't remember what this guy's name is, but the original one would be Rat Bat. So Kevin,
Rat Bat,
Senator Rat Bat.
Oh, that's the one. That's the
That's
senator?
the mold. That's the
Yeah.
mold. Right?
The people,
Senator
are
Rat Bat.
senators voted in or elected officials.
Yeah.
What about
Oh,
Senator
speaking of
Pegleg over there?
No,
They don't like him.
they
See,
don't
why
like him.
choose the pirate image?
Sometimes you just choose the pirate life, Kev.
The pirate life chooses you.
Just the space pirate, right?
Ask SM33. It's this kind of this.
Yes.
same thing.
How did you guys feel about Transformers 1?
I liked it, and as Kevin enjoyed it too, being a non-Transformers fan. So
Okay.
yeah, Kevin, you speak about it. How did you like it?
Hold on. So you just answered for me, and then you commanded me to speak it again?
Yep. I don't know. Well, you have anything else to add?
Well, DK was completely wrong and misrepresented how I felt about the movie. I couldn't have hated it more.
Really?
Yeah. No, it was just I'm just saying that because he spoke for me.
Okay.
No, it was a fun movie. It was a good adventure. I went with the kids, and they really enjoyed it too. And I got to learn a little bit more about the characters. And I thought it was a fun animated movie. And just to see the Hasbro kind of branding in the beginning, right?
Yeah.
And to be like, yes, this is from toys. Like,
Yep.
Hasbro can make something like this. That's this fun and this good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked how it was not afraid to be dark. Like the whole idea with like the removal of the transforming cogs at birth. Like when you stop to like actually think about
that
the implication of what that means, like that's horrible. That's like really dark stuff.
Right.
And I like that they weren't afraid to kind of go down that road, and they did it in a way that made it a little bit more approachable to kids. But like as adults, you're sitting there thinking like, my God, it's basically like sexual mutilation at birth. Like Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I think they did handle all of that really well, and like it was just nice to finally see. As somebody who has dabbled in Transformers for most of my life, I wouldn't call myself like a collector, but I have a few. It was cool to see them actually fight the way that they fight in my imagination, if that makes sense. I don't know if that like translated well, but like the fact that like towards the end there's that one scene that's like burned into my brain where Optimus Prime rips Megatron's like arm cannon off and like swings it like a baseball bat and hits him, but it just kind of like absorbs into his body and comes out the other side, and then he uses it to hit Optimus Prime with it. It's like, oh, that's the cool robot shit that I love. Like, that was
I loved it. I loved it.
Yeah, it was a good movie.
It was one of those ones where I was like, I hope this makes money because this should like be sequelized, and it didn't. And I'm sad about
that's
that.
the unfortunate thing.
Yeah, I was like, where's was there enough merch?
There was definitely merch.
Okay. Merch was okay, but it just didn't show retention, I think.
Expand on that.
It wasn't as strong as Hasbro hoped to be performing it at the movie theaters. There's just not enough retention, and then it just went away right? Like in
Mm.
about like 8 weeks time, like out,
Yeah.
out of theaters, right? And I'm trying to remember what else came out around that time that was kids related. I don't think we had anything else, did we?
I don't think so.
That was in competition with them.
I don't think so.
But
I don't think so either.
yeah, there just wasn't enough
It's
staying
tough to
power.
remember. It feels like, what was it, September? It feels like 4 years ago.
It
Yeah,
was also weird because we saw it early and like,
Mhm.
yeah, it was made it strange because it was like we were all hyped about it but couldn't talk about it
Yeah.
for like a couple weeks.
yeah.
And it was like, okay, now we can talk about it. Go
Mhm.
see it. Go see it. Go see it. Go see it.
Yeah, there
Yo,
wasn't
shout out to the
anything
homie
big.
Dan. What's up, Dan? You in the chat says just wanted the Linkin Park song end. Dan,
What I done was that one or two.
That was the first one.
That's the first
That was
one,
the
yeah.
first one.
That was the first one.
Yeah,
Dan,
one of the coolest Optimus Prime speeches ever. That
Mhm.
like blends right into the start of that.
Yeah.
Of what I've done. Just chills every time.
That
I
actually
love-
blew me away when I first, because like a couple of things that I like, 3 things that I care about was like StarCraft at the time, Linkin Park, and Transformers, and then was watching that Transformers movie, which it was amazing, that 2007 Michael Bay movie, and then at the end it was like Linkin Park 2. I'm like, what?
Well, did you get it on DVD? Because there's a deleted scene where Shia LaBeouf is playing StarCraft.
No.
I'm just messing.
dude, I was gonna call you out, DK. if
Yeah,
you-
I was like,
that was a real
what?
thing.
Like, I had the DVD, I had the Steelcase box set, but yeah, no,
Yeah,
I
that
didn't
for
know that.
people like, will trash all the sequels, and maybe, but that first one was awesome.
I think the first two, well, first one's awesome. The second one has a lot of merit too. Then it gets a little messy.
Oh yeah, the part where I can't remember which one it was. The fourth
Second
one or the
one's a
fifth one?
lot.
Second one was a lot, but then the one where Optimus Prime kills Kelsey Grammer.
Oh no, Anthony
It's not-
Hopkins, The Last Night.
Oh, is that like 4 or 5?
Wait, is it the voice or was the actual person?
No, there is. You need to look it up if you've not seen it. Don't watch the movie. I'm not recommending that you go watch Transformers The Last Night. But if you look up
Yeah, the Wahlberg
Transformers
ones
The
are
Last
rough.
Night, Anthony Hopkins' death scene, there is actually a scene where Optimus Prime murders the old man, Anthony Hopkins.
Yeah,
And like
and
he
that,
flies through the air. It's like
Wait,
like a
also
ragdoll.
you said Kelsey Grammer?
no, I think it was Kelsey Grammer. I don't think it was Anthony Hopkins.
Is it also? Is there one where I didn't remember Kelsey Grammer being in these movies, but now you're making me look. I know there's a scene where Anthony Hopkins eats it though.
I know there's a scene where Kelsey Grammer eats it.
It was.
I'm pretty
Kelsey
sure.
Grammer.
A
Yeah.
Transformer killed Frasier?
Yeah. So I remember I think I stood up and I left the theater. Like, I was so pissed off. I'm like, what is this? Why is Optimus Prime killing people? Like, I couldn't take
Oh,
it. I was
that's
like,
no
this-
good.
It was like Batman versus Superman. It's like, why is Batman killing people? Or
Well, Loki
Yeah.
says it was Kelsey Grammer.
Yeah.
and why is
What do you
Superman snapping necks? Like,
Yeah. But that yeah, I walked out. I was just like, no, this is not it. I was so
I-
pissed.
but honestly, the thing I think that killed, speaking of
That's
Wild
right.
Robot,
That's right.
I think the thing that killed Transformers 1 was the marketing. They were like, come see this full blown kids movie,
Yeah.
The trailers
Hmm.
for it were cut very poorly.
Like
Mhm.
goofily?
and they spoiled a lot.
The trailers played up the Keegan Michael Key Bumblebee character
Mhm.
and like kind of like some of the snarky lines from Alita that like were really small moments in the movie. Like
Mhm.
we're not like the tone of the movie at all.
Yeah, like there are moments of humor, but it's not a funny movie per se.
Yeah.
All right, DK. If you were in charge, Transformers 1 is coming out. How would you pitch this movie? Go.
Oh God. Come watch Transformers 1. Notice and figure out what the origin stories of Optimus Prime
Notice?
is. I don't know. Try to
Okay, no,
use-
please continue.
Try to use big words. Find
Notice
out the
is a
history.
big-
Find out the history. Learn about the history between D16 and Orion Pax as they, I don't know.
I like the
grow
movie
up,
voice. Keep at it. I like
grow up
the
and-
voiceover.
yeah,
you're
and
doing.
figure out how to become Transformers.
As they
In
become
theaters
or
now,
as
I don't know. I can't do it. I'm done. I can't do it.
Notice. Notice me. All right, fellas. Based on that pitch, Eric, would you watch that movie?
Heck no.
No, no, I gotta. I'm sorry.
Dave, what
DK.
about you?
I gotta go. No.
I mean, I'd have more questions first. But
See, Dan's right here. Dan's like marketing. It's not that easy, right? DK just pitched that and completely fumbled it, and there goes the franchise. And
Exactly.
come see the Transformers become
No
the Transformers.
Yes.
you know what your pitch was, DK? It's a freaking Chinese. Someone wrote it in Chinese, and then you Google translated it to English. Come to theater and notice the Transformers backstory, and enjoy. Like,
Yeah.
no one talks like that.
How they become Transformers.
They started off as friends. You know, like it's there was just you know what in the trailers and stuff there was no gravitas. It was literally like, you know, it could be a double feature with like Minions. It was
We
cut
have
like
Keegan Michael
Yeah.
Key. He's funny. Like
Yeah.
that's literally that was the trailer.
Bumblebee's funny. Look, it's Chris Hemsworth as Optimus Prime. Meanwhile, like Chris Hemsworth gave this depth of performance where he started off as like goofy surfer guy Orion Pax, and then at the end nails the like Optimus Prime motivational speech.
Yeah.
It
Like,
was a
full
great. It was
character
a
arc.
well cast voice cast.
Voice, yeah.
Is that basically Thor's arc?
Pretty much.
Yeah. So maybe that's what paved the way for that.
He has
He's
experience.
perfect.
Though
He has
he was doing,
experience.
he did a pretty good like low key did a pretty good Peter Cullen. towards the
Yeah,
end
I was
there.
gonna say
Yeah.
he's
Turned
definitely
it on. He turned it on.
Yeah.
at the end.
he had some Peter Cullen in him by the end.
Before there were Autobots and Decepticons, they were Transformers. I mean, I liked it. The lore of the was it the Primes and
Mhm.
the betrayal, the bodies being there, and how Megatron got the Megatronus logo, I guess.
Yeah,
Steve Buscemi getting his throat crushed.
Steve, yeah, I heard that,
Starscream.
and I'm like, Steve Buscemi, and I made sure to point that out to my wife. She's like, I don't care, I don't know who that is. I'm like, are you kidding me? Star of, once again, the second Billy Madison reference tonight.
Star of Billy Madison. That's the one you go with.
I mean, he's one of the most memorable things about that movie.
It's like, didn't he get put through a wood chipper in Fargo? Wasn't that his
Yes.
character? Yeah.
I haven't seen that. I haven't seen Fargo. I should watch those.
Oh no, the movie. It was
The
a movie first.
Oh, he was in the movie. I know there's like a bunch of, is it FX series?
Yeah,
I think so. I have not watched any of that. I just
Okay.
know the movie.
I heard those are good.
I want to. Yeah, I've heard good things.
Observe the moving picture and notice robots that transform.
Hello, fellow teenagers.
Oh, that's the Buscemi meme.
Yep.
Oh my god,
Oh, jeez.
that is a song. Bad Wolf Media with that lyric. He's the one for me.
Yeah,
that plays in Fargo. I think his name is Steve.
was it Hey Leonardo?
Yeah, Hey Leonardo. Jeez,
Don't ask me the name of the band. I can't think of it off the top of my head.
I haven't thought about that song in at least 20 years.
Nice.
Wow.
All right. What was Eric? What's your favorite thing that you opened tonight?
Oh man, it's got to be Big Boy here. So we're going with Godzilla again. I kind of mentioned it, but I never thought I'd have a Godzilla figure in this colorway, with this amount of movement and stuff. So this is a beast. I can't wait to shoot it. I can't wait for him to mess up Destroya when Destroya comes. So yeah,
Nice.
Super 7 Ultimates, Blazing Godzilla is definitely my pick from what I opened tonight.
Dave, what about you?
I'm gonna go with my MonsterVerse Godzilla, my second favorite Godzilla movie of recent times. But gotta love the big guy. The Monster Arts ones have been really cool, and I've enjoyed them.
I think I'm waiting for the right -1 Godzilla to buy. I think I want at least one in my collection here.
Nice.
I can't recommend the SH Monster Arts one enough. It's between the footprint and just kind of the amount of detail on it. If you can come across this one, this is the way to go.
Okay. Yeah, I like those spikes in that version.
It looks so aggressive.
They look like shuriken that have been all buried into his back.
Dude, they hurt. They are sharp. Like, yeah. I would be worried.
Feel particularly good either.
The only thing I would say about this is I would be worried if you have this on somewhere on display with a hard floor.
And it fell.
If this takes a spill, it's probably not coming out okay.
Yeah, it's gonna Gwen Stacy itself.
So yeah,
I would say the same with this guy.
But yeah, for -1, I would go SH.
Okay.
Yeah.
Word.
All right, DK. Which your favorite you open tonight is the pirate robot?
Yes, pirate robot. R Thundertron. That's it.
It's like one of those robots out of Futurama or something.
Yeah. And since I have the screen right now, Johnny Cock, thank you for the 5 Hot Wheels. I love tonight's show, Kevin. Can we keep them?
Are we keeping these guys? You want? I can't keep them, but if you enjoyed if you noticed them tonight, maybe you can notice them on their channel.
Thank you for observing us. we feel happy having been observed here on show evening.
This turned into a Twilight Zone episode out of nowhere.
This is perfect. This is
how DK's brain constructs sentences.
Yeah, sometimes if I put on the spot, I'm like, just start freezing.
These are like the WhatsApp messages I get from him, and I'm like, what are you trying to say? I cannot notice what you're saying. But please, I do have the AIC Instagram and YouTube channel linked in the YouTube video description. If you would like to see and hear more from these fellows right here, please feel free to check that out. Check out the Patreon. There is actually, so also on Patreon we do some watch alongs. Have you guys watched Marvel What If yet?
I'm not caught up. I'm
not either. I'm
I'm
on season 2 still.
Okay, so we did a watch along of season 3 last week, and we did a select few episodes. There's one that's a Western featuring Shang-Chi and Hawkeye. And it's one of the weirdest things I've seen. There's a good twist in it. But to hear like Simu say something like "what in tarnation," but in like a cowboy accent is it completely. I did not ever think that I would hear that. So it was just like I just never thought I would hear a Southern Shang-Chi voice. Right? He was like, "What in tarnation?" But like, I guess it's better than if he was like a
Wyatt Shang-Chi Earp.
Yeah. Anyway, that was interesting. But yeah, head over to patreon.com/toyingaround. We have watch-alongs every other week, and of course, the extended cut ad-free review of the HasLab Ghost is on there right now. Check out Eric and Dave on their channel. Tomorrow, there is a Hasbro Marvel Legends live stream.
There is.
So make sure you check that out tomorrow morning. And then DK and I are pushing our weekly recap called What I Missed to after that, so that we can include whatever Dan and Ryan and Dwight are preparing for the line, whatever they're showing off tomorrow. And we're excited for that. Hey, there you go. Jay Sinner. I think that's 15. DK, can you tally up?
Plus Jay Sinner, it is 104.
Is that 50? Is that the 15?
If
that's 15, over.
Then
that's
it's 104. $104 today.
Beautiful. So that's 104. I think that hits our bonus. So it'll be a total of 154 that we are donating tonight to the World Central Kitchen towards their efforts supporting rescue workers and other families in LA due to the fire. Chat. Thank you so much. That's wonderful. Chat. That's in one night, and it's no surprise because of you know, the Enablers live stream, charity stream, how generous people are in helping out then. So again, thank you so much, everyone in the chat. We hit a great goal. Eric, Dave, guys, thank you so much for being here and hanging out.
Yeah.
And I think it's a great great way to break the ice. I'm sorry it took so long. From circling it back to Shang-Chi. The first thing, Eric helped me out and grabbed those figures for me when they first came out.
Yep. That's
years
right.
ago.
Oh my God, that's right. Oh my
God.
God.
You found them, and then because what was it? The movie was delayed, and then they were already on shelves, but they weren't here in Canada. And you helped me grab those years ago.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah.
Early going back outside. Yeah.
Yeah, Walmart broke street date on those. They ignored the date on the box, and I bought the whole case, and you got the figures you needed. So
yeah, man,
nice.
And they're still great. What in tarnation? Yeah, now I can replay that scene for myself.
He's never far. It's actually one of my favorite Marvel Legends, and I've got him always handy on the shelf. I love this figure. Great figure.
Great.
That is a great figure.
When Wu was great.
Yep. Solid wave.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I think I've expired in how long I can talk. So DK, why don't you wrap up the show for everybody in the way that you've learned to do?
Oh boy, I'm not prepared for this. But yeah, everyone, thank you for the donations tonight. To the World Central Kitchen. So you can catch Kevin and I weekly on Unboxing Thursdays. You can observe us on Unboxing Thursdays, and then usually we do a What I Missed every Friday for Patreon. You can go join the Toying Around Patreon at patreon.com/toyingaround. Will you get access to exclusive clips and certain giveaways sometimes that Kevin manages, and that's it. Ad-free content, live streams,
sometimes,
Discord access.
Man, you were in charge of the Transformers 1 marketing.
I'm really happy that you guys have the same dynamic, because sometimes I'll do this to Dave and it's literally the same exact thing. So like, we should just let Dave and DK run a show one time together.
It's so
two of them.
What's funny is I think we got a review at one time where it was like, Eric, why is the one guy making fun of the guy who's trying to talk about Instagram? He's trying really hard. And it wasn't a gimmick. Like, I would say what I thought social media was.
Nor was I making fun of him. I just thought it was fun to let him do that. That's all.
Perfect. You nailed it, DK. Thank you. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe if you like the stream tonight. That lets YouTube know that you liked it, and maybe it'll tell other people who might enjoy this as well. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to go check out Adventures in Collecting podcast. Eric, Dave, DK, thank you so much. Chat, have yourselves a great night and keep touring around. Peace.
Good night.
Bye, everyone.
It's crazy. My mic died after I did that pitch. That terrible pitch. So the timing couldn't have been better.
Your mic killed itself.
Yeah, mic killed itself. It switched. It did the switch.
God damn.
I think you did great.
Yeah.
Thanks, Eric. Thanks, Dave.
Well,